All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Buggy-sama Fan Club. Yay!
Woo!
Today is Saturday, August 23rd, and we finally got freaking updates from all the chapters. Yay! They took a break last week. What was the break before last week they took?
We're back.
It's before this one.
Yeah. Because this like recent Wednesday we had updates, but like last week we didn't.
Oh yeah, that's Obon Week. So Obon Week's like the big sort of summer.
The Golden Week or something like that.
No, that's a different week. It's Obon Week is like the summer festival
holiday.
in Japan. It's like it's kind of like a Day of the Dead, kind of where they just celebrate like all the lost souls or whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's like a huge outing
The
and like
spirits.
festivals everywhere. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
The spurts. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
But we're back.
Shout-outs to Japan for Day of the Dead.
Woo!
Or a Week of the Dead, I guess.
Yeah, Week of the Dead.
Week of the Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, we had updates from all the chapters. Awesome. I'm super excited because some of these chapters were like pretty interesting, even though they're kind of whack. But actually, no. Two of the chapters were interesting. One of them just
straight up whack.
Yeah, I try to block it from my memory, but we do have to do this podcast, so I gotta remember it. All right, so
It's a therapy session. We're going there.
yeah. All right, so we'll start off with Bleach as usual. This chapter was called Marching Out the Zombies 4. Oh god,
man.
Bleach 593. Such like creativity, man.
I'm kind of sad he didn't take my suggestion to do March Out the Zombies 5 and then flashback next
We
week.
got to 4.
Did you write him?
Forgot about that.
Did you write him the letter asking him to do that?
Dude, I write him letters every day, man.
Fuck.
Kill Ichigo.
Dude, you gotta work on your like persuasiveness though, because he's totally ignoring you, man.
Yeah, I probably have to learn how to write in Japanese.
That would be a start, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think? I feel like these guys know English, like
I think he knows English.
English.
Yeah.
English. All right.
He knows, yeah.
All right. So, we start off. Mayuri is straight mad dogging Hitsugaya. They're talking shit to each other. He goes, "Bruh, I got all these drugs. You want to buy some of these drugs?" And then Hitsugaya comes in. They start fighting. He does ice shit. He does other shit, and then. Oh, okay. This was kind of interesting. Mayuri placed the sensor in his sword called the Ashisogi Jizo the other day, and it makes all swords to like swing at him at an angle greater or equal to 60 degrees.
I think what it does is it senses any sort of blade coming in within within a 2-foot radius, and then it moves the angle of its own sword. Yeah,
It reacts to
like
block
to a degree. Yeah.
All right.
That's like a really good idea, man.
Yeah, it is a really good
I mean, he's a captain, so he should be able to not need it, but
Yeah, he's fucking
he
lazy
sucks
as
dick,
hell.
so
Yeah.
he can...
I mean, I don't understand why he doesn't mass produce these for like every single Shinigami in the all.
Yeah, for like every scrub Shinigami.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone who's not a captain or a main character is a scrub, though. Dude,
Yeah.
all right, like, I just want to remind the viewers, or remind you listeners, that we're going to do spoilers. We're going to talk about shit that maybe if you haven't read the chapters, you don't know about. But that's your fault anyway. So I also want to remind the viewers that Mayuri lost to freaking the Quincy fool. What's his name again?
The Quincy
Ishida. Yeah, Mayuri lost to Ishida, everyone. I just have to throw this out there.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, he lost to Ishida, so he's kind of embarrassment to Soul Society. But anyway.
He definitely almost died at that point.
He barely uses that little addition to his sword. It was like a cool concept, and the little like red pizza thing that he puts on Hitsugaya's.
What does the Shikai do again? Do you remember?
I don't think we even saw it, man. I'm pretty sure he went straight to Bankai.
I remember what his Bankai does. I don't remember what his Shikai does.
What does this Bankai do?
It summons the little alien thing that like spits poison at everyone. The little like
It's like a giant,
deformed
ridiculous
baby.
alien.
It looked like a baby, like.
Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember that. But that's what the power is?
Yeah,
using poison.
It summons a thing, and it like freaking like smoke screens and poison. It like lays out poison everywhere. It's cool for like killing scrubs, but against captain level fools like Hitsugaya, it's pretty much useless.
I think did he use Bankai against Zaya Laporo?
No, he didn't.
But I think I remember some instance where he laced his Zanpakuto with like a drug that he made. Right? So when like the poison gets administered into the air, the drug also does. So I think he's able to administer poison like that. So I think that's how he was able to give Hitsugaya the drug. If his Shikai administers like small doses of poison, maybe that's how he was able to get it into Hitsugaya.
Okay, well, according to Bleach Wikia, the Shikai is a claw. Is that correct? Ashisogi Jiso's blade glows and transforms into a deformed trident with curved serpentine blades. The middle blade is straight and then longer than the side blades. I think these... Okay, wait, that's just the appearance detail. Okay, here's the ability. The weapon works like the venom of a spider bite. When an opponent is stabbed by Ashisogi Jiso, it severs the brain signals, controlling the neural impulses for movement in the limbs of the victim, regardless of whether they were stuck. But unlike regular paralysis, the pain receptors and nerve endings are unaffected by the weapon, so the victim can still feel pain, even in a paralyzed limb. Healing the stab wound does not immediately remove the inflicted paralysis. Paralysis, yes.
Yeah.
Parallelosis. Hectagonosis, dude.
Parallelogramosis. But dude, wow, what a like...
So just a poison blade. Then,
yeah,
right?
a befitting blade, but... Well, it's stupid though, because he can't sword fight, and even if he uses that Shikai, he still needs to be able to stab someone for it's useful.
Yeah. It's kind of...
That's what I'm saying, like, Mayuri is useless. But I think...
But clearly not.
Yeah, because I think the point of him, like, being like, oh, like, I have this attachment to my sword that allows me to block everything, or I have, like, this little red pizza thing that if I put it on your leg, it blows it off, like... I think the point of like showing those wasn't to
pizza thing.
Yeah, dude, like
the pizza shield.
He puts the pizza shield. Like, how is that not a pizza shield, dude? And like,
dude, he even shoots
like,
webs at some point.
It's a pancake, dude.
And it
the
envelops
pancake
his leg.
shield, dude. It's a crepe, dude.
Do Japanese people eat pancakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they love crepes over here, man.
Yeah, it's a crepe. It's a Nutella crepe, dude.
Dude, he even shot webs, man. He shot webs at some point.
Yeah. I don't think it was to show that, like, oh, like, I have, like, oh, I can fight with you. I think it was to show that, like, oh, like, I'm resourceful. I have all this shit.
Yeah, it's characterism stuff more than it is anything
rather
else.
Than, like, showing how he's cool at fighting.
Like, I think that, he probably is pretty good at Keto and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's like
no
Batman,
doubt,
dude.
Probably.
He's like Batman with all his gadgets.
Yeah.
Batman.
But, like, Batman can still fight, though.
Yeah, it's shoot at, dude.
He's like...
I've been he's recently
like Batman
going back...
if everyone is Bane. That's how I think about it. He's like Batman if everyone in the universe is Bane.
So your analogy means, like, he can fight, but it's futile because everyone else is better?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was just saying that recently I've been watching a lot of, like, Dark Knight Rises clips. Just because I haven't seen...
From the movie?
I haven't seen the movie since I first saw it.
Oh, okay.
What a beautiful voice!
Your punishment must be more severe.
Now's not the time for fear. That comes later.
Now's the time for butt sex.
What the fuck? I want to say that to my girl one day and see if it works. Like,
oh wait, there were certain lines I remember that people were like reciting
constantly
for sex.
parodying.
Yeah, specifically for sex though. I forget what it was.
Do you feel in charge?
I feel like that voice is so conducive to, like, those kind of dirty jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's freaking great, dude.
Like, if I was watching a porno and the guy had that voice, it would make the porno.
Yeah, there's
like,
gotta be some sort of parody
porno.
an Emmy award-winning porn, like the Pornies or something.
Yeah. Instead of like
the porn awards,
the SAG Awards, it's the PAG Awards, man. Yeah. The Porn Actors Guild, dude.
Yeah, the Porn Actors Guild.
I'll bet that exists.
If it doesn't, we're making it, all right?
Dude, that's great, man. Yeah, no, I'm sure they all have agents and, union.
Yeah. Oh, dude, no. My agent gets me the shittiest videos, dude.
The worst roles,
Their like agents, really... their agents are their pimps.
I feel like, dude, like, even though, like, I lost a considerable amount of respect for Hitsugaya, like, he just lost his leg to freaking Mayuri. Come on.
Didn't he just did he lose it?
No, it got it blown off. And then he, like, had to replace it with ice.
Oh, is that what he did?
Yeah,
oh,
that happens on page 10, guys. It gets blown off.
I thought it was just like burnt or something.
No, dude, its leg is not there, and then like ice replaces it, and he uses like an ice stump leg. But
you're right.
Well,
Fuck.
what was I trying to? Well, I was trying to say.
I guess he doesn't feel anything though.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think
care.
he cares. Yeah.
I think that like, even though I lost a lot of respect for him because like he's kind of being whack nowadays, like his like Bankai is still cool to me every time. Like Daigoden Hokurin Maru. Like,
yeah, it just sucks because it's wasted, and it's like. It doesn't matter if it looks cool because it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything, dude. Like at some point, like Ichigo's Bankai was just like, all right, like
same shockwaves. Every
yeah,
time.
it's like you suck, bro.
Yeah.
Get alive.
But he's wearing a suit, bro.
And, oh yeah, and like the translation of it is not like it's set upon the frozen horizons, not like sit upon.
The translation was kind of weird. This chapter. Like
I think they took some liberties in this chapter.
Yeah, definitely. Like I forget where it was specifically, but I think when Hitsugaya first realizes like that like I'm in like a weird sort of like time inception loop, he goes like, wait, hold on, I have to find it.
What's actually
what's actually even happening? I was like, what?
That's cringeworthy.
Yeah,
I was like, there's no way that was intended.
Yeah,
like. When he says, "What is this shit?" All right, that's like, all right, that's fine. What's actually even happening?
It was probably exactly just like "Nani kore?" What's this?
Yeah,
like,
probably, yeah.
Nandesuka.
Yeah, or that, yeah.
Like itai nani ga kotta or something. I don't know.
Nandesuka.
Itai.
And then the
Itai.
translators.
Itai. Oni-chan itai.
Oh my god.
Or even worse.
Whoa, bro, that just got real.
Bachan. Itai.
That just got even worse.
All right. Now you have learned my plethora of Japanese words that I know.
Super dirty.
And like the vast ways that I can use of it.
Yeah, very vast.
Very vast.
Indeed.
All right, so what happens is Mayuri gets iced, and then he like
dun 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 dun.
goes back to like
Stop, collaborate, and listen.
Goes back to the point
Ice
where
is
he
back
says,
with a brand new invention. Sorry.
All right, John. All right, let it all out. Any more?
Ice,
No, I'm
baby.
Okay, well, Alice still has some, guys.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Tune in? Oh, okay.
All right, it goes back to the line where he says, "I have quite a few drugs I want to test on you." And every time that Hitsugaya lays him out, he goes like, "Hey, I got more drugs I want to test on you." And
Genjutsu, man.
yeah, dude, basically Genjutsu, dude.
This is so like troll-tastic, man. Like, so like he can just leave the battle and like live like 100 years, and then come back and be like and see this fucking face there, and just like know every time he sees him, it's like, you're the reason why I'm in this fucking loop, and it's like the moment you kill him, you get you can live 100 years literally, and kill him, and then there you are back there again. He's like, I want to try some drugs on you.
Yeah. So basically,
I wonder what.
You can try like a couple different lifestyles out. Like, I wonder what it's like to be gay. And he like goes and lives gay for 100 years and goes like, "Nah, I don't like this anymore," and just goes and stabs him. Like, all right, let's start over.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's like to be a woman, and they like
grows like ice boobs.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to kill him. He could just. Oh no, but he can't go forward then if he doesn't kill him.
Yeah,
well, I mean, yeah, he can go forward. It'll go indefinitely. And I guess
right.
if you want to get psychological about it, it's like
limbo.
Yeah, it'll never be real technically.
Yeah.
It's just in his head.
Limbo.
Wow, that's great. I wonder what he looks like in real life or in the reality of the story. Is he just like in the fetal position on the ground, just like
foaming at the mouth, just like seizure?
Yeah.
And like Mayuri's like cuddled up behind him, like whispering in his ear, like, "I want to try a bunch of drugs on you."
Yeah.
Like, oh, your anus is so cold. It's icy to the touch.
You gave my dick some frostbite. All right, so he goes, how many times has it been now? My drugs bestows the users with marvelous new experiences. Like, that's, like, well translated, I guess. Like, I guess that's something that they are able to write in Japanese and would have wrote in Japanese there. And he goes, in your case, I gave you the ability to see back into the past. Basically, what's happening is, like, every time he goes to or he says every time you reach a certain point in this battle, you'll, like, go back to a certain point. And the certain point that he set is every time that Mayuri dies, which is, like, the most strategic point he could set, basically. Because Hitsugaya would wipe the floor with Mayuri in a direct fight.
Yeah, which he did, like, 10 times in a row.
Yeah. And every time he kills him, he goes back to the point. But I don't understand. This is the part that, like, really didn't make sense. Like, okay, I'll, like, accept that this drug does this ability. That's cool. Like, Mayuri will come up with this drug. But he was saying that, like, it doesn't affect, like... Or it only works on short-term memory. So, like, you don't remember how many times that this has happened. And somehow there will be serious side effects where, like, Hitsugaya falls to the floor and goes, like, bruh, I can't hang.
Yeah, it's kind of unrelated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like...
I guess it kind of, maybe it's like if you have too many drinks, you pass out. Maybe it's like that. But instead it's like a very specific 30-second paralysis.
It's like mental exhaustion, maybe, is what you're saying, just playing it over and over again.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or, I mean, I guess
it's a brain overload.
A more plausible explanation would just be that, like, if he really is just in the fetal position, he's just like, Mayuri's just like administering like different drugs each round just to like, so it's like every single time it cycles over, something weirder is happening to him perpetually because like another drug is being administered and it does this to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like suddenly like his powers are no longer ice. It's like
his powers are making like cotton candy. Like.
Yeah, and he's just like, what? You know, it's like flipping out.
Man, this is the kind of shit I wish I saw happen to Grammy, man.
Yeah,
like all this weird, because Grammy, we found out his true form is just like a brain in a jar. Fucking glass case. So he's like the perfect experiment for
Mayuri.
Yeah.
No, yeah, definitely. It would have been much more interesting to see it that way.
The Mayuri Grammy fight, man. It would have been the most epic of fights. Like literally, like I think it would have been more epic than a lot of fights that we've seen so far.
Intellect versus creativity, or logic and intellect, I guess, maybe.
Logic versus imagination, man.
Yeah, exactly. Right, that would have been pretty sweet.
Right brain versus left brain, technically, dude. It would have been awesome.
Oh, shit.
He went there.
That was clever.
I will say that overall this chapter was, even as like the residential Bleach hater, it was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
the chapter was pretty solid. Even though like what's kind of odd about it is that like what's happening isn't really any different from what Kubo tends to do in all of his chapters, which is kind of like this sort of like weird, sort of like like psych out sort of
thing,
like, it's always like something about that almost in every chapter. But for whatever reason, this one was
this is happening, but really this is happening.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And sometimes, a lot of times they're not very spectacular, but I feel like this chapter did it well.
Yeah, it did it well. I think part of it is, maybe that Mayuri himself is actually a pretty intriguing character that hasn't been kind of like the face in the sense that he's not like he's a pretty consistent character, I think. Yeah. In terms of
behind the scenes type.
I'd say he doesn't change. Yeah, he's very, very consistent.
Yeah, so it's like maybe that aspect of it plays into it. But yeah, I don't know. It was a pretty good chapter actually. And I would say.
And like the way he was built up into this, like, oh, I made a light suit. Like, it's like totally Mayuri. like,
yeah.
Even if like other captains knew, oh yeah, light suit means they can't see me. Like, no one would actually do it. They'd be like, all right, I'll just go fight these guys. But like, Mayuri's like, no, like I need to be able to like spy on them and like learn about my enemy before I try to fight him. So light suit, bro. Like,
he makes like this grand, extravagant entrance, like. Marches out his zombies. Yeah, it's cool.
It's like the equivalent of Guy and Rock Lee wearing the green suit, man. But he's wearing the light suit.
Springtime of our youth.
Springtime of his brain, dude.
So this begs the question, whose abilities would you rather have? The like super fight abilities of Hitsugaya or the brain power of Mayuri?
Well, I feel like this chapter just answered your question, bro.
I don't really think
it's true.
I don't really think Hitsugaya is like the greatest example though of like brawn. You know what I mean?
It's true, but I mean like he has pretty decent fighting prowess, and I guess like they say he's pretty prodigious. So when he's like fucking in his 20s or something, maybe he'll be godly.
Is he really only like 12 though?
Apparently, he's supposed to be a
I
child
guess.
prodigy. I remember.
He's like
reading-
14 or something, yeah.
But I mean, does it really matter? Because aren't they all just old as hell anyway?
Yeah, I remember.
I don't know how the age. I don't know how the aging system works.
Yeah,
in
because
this.
Rukia said she was like 40, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember. Rukia said she was 40, and like Yamamoto said he was like over 1,000 years old, which is nuts. Like, so the aging system is just like the power scaling system in Bleach, where it's all screwed.
It's very ambiguous.
What I would see as like the ultimate show of like fighting prowess would be like, still in my mind, it's Kenpachi because it's like engraved in my brain. Remember the fight when he had against the black captain that was blind? The black captain's Bankai is pretty OP. Like, you can't, all of your senses are nullified in this place. Except for,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
except for like touch. And then
Tozen.
yeah, Tozen. And then like, Kenpachi's like, oh, I can't see, hear, or like smell you or anything. So right when you hit me with your sword, I'll hit you back because I'll know where you're holding your sword from. And that's how he beat Tozen, which is insane. Like, just like that's like the ultimate display of like how good at fighting he is. Like, or
It's just it displays how much of a tank he is.
yeah, like he can. Like other than that too, like he can take sword strikes, but like based on like how he gets hit by the sword and like how the blade curves, he knows where Tosin is standing and he can hit him back. Like, to me, that was insane. And I guess the only other example I can think of that's more insane than that is when I guess it doesn't really count though because what's his face, the one captain, Shinji, remember?
Yeah.
You remember he does like the reverse world,
Oh yeah.
and then Aizen goes like, oh well, everything's backwards. Stab you. Like,
yeah.
that was like, all right, like, fuck you, Aizen, bitch ass. Like,
Yeah, fuck.
that was just stupid. But
I feel like maybe Aizen at that point, I think he knew about the powers. I remember Shinji was like, oh, I never showed you this for a reason, but I feel like Aizen knew. So he was able to sort of prepare beforehand.
Wasn't it that he
No,
didn't
but-
know though?
yeah, he didn't know.
But it's just really just a matter of him just being that
Yeah,
overpowered that
exactly.
he just can do it.
because Aizen didn't even know Shinji was gonna be there.
Yeah, actually,
I
that
guess.
kind of reminds me of like something really similar where in Naruto, it was like what was it? Was it? I can't remember if it was Tsunade who did it to Kabuto or if it was Kabuto who did it to Tsunade, but they put some sort of chakra inside the bodies. And
Kabuto
then
did it to Tsunade.
Oh yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like the neural sort of like
Oh yeah.
things like got
No,
kind of
they did it to Kabuto and he was able to.
Yeah, he was able to figure
adjust.
it out. Yeah, it's kind of something
Yeah.
really similar where it's like everything is kind of inverse. Like, oh, if I try to move my right elbow, it's my ear or something.
No.
Oh my god, dude! Just thinking about that makes me like I
Your
feel
brain
like I
hurt?
couldn't handle that.
Yeah, dude.
No, you guys
I'd be
are so
I would
wrong,
just
dude.
collapse.
You'd
I
feel
would
so
just
frustrated.
Kabuto did it to Tsunade, and Tsunade got up and fought him. That's what happened. I remember
No,
this.
no, it was definitely the
it was
opposite.
it was to Kabuto, and what Kabuto did, I remember too now. He had chakra that would cut the actual muscle tendons. Like he would put chakra in his hand, and he would just touch people, and then it would sever the tendons on the inside, and then so you couldn't like move anymore, use your arm.
It sounds so painful,
you
man.
just, yeah.
Someone just touches you and like your muscles just explodes. Ah! Like,
Just like smacking in the ass, dude. Just come up and just give you a
dude.
big old spanking.
oh my
dude.
god.
You just can't.
Jesus.
You
You can't
literally
flex your ass
you can't
anymore.
stand anymore.
Yeah, you can't squat or anything.
Your like leg just
Yeah.
comes off like off from the ass cheek that he spanks you.
It
on.
just like flops, and you're like, "Arr," and you like.
Yeah, I
fall over
remember
like a
he
fish.
tried to smack her heart to make her heart like basically stop, but then like her breasts were too big. And so
Is that
he
really what
couldn't-
happened?
Yeah, and so I remember that's what he thinks specifically. Like, oh, like maybe was it seriously her huge tits that just like prevented me from like cutting her heart tendons and killing her? But
I don't know if this happened in the manga, but I remember in the anime, what's his face? Konohamaru was like running around, and he like runs into Tsunade and like buries his face into her titties.
I'm
and,
pretty
like,
sure that's an anime.
he motorboats her. He goes like, "Oh, it smells so good here," and then like Tsunade goes like, "Get the fuck off me, kid."
That definitely has to be in the anime, man.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
And with that segue, let's go right into Naruto.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait. We missed a really important point. Like, I guess we kind of talked about it. Like, when do you guys think that the drug was administered? Because
I think it must have been like through the air, because I don't know how else he could have gotten it to him.
my theory
Anally?
is that the drug was administered before this fight. Like, before the freaking Quincy's came to attack, before everything, he just like, all right, I'm gonna just put this drug.
Shits, just like
No, it's kind of like a failsafe he used. Like maybe all the captains have this drug in them.
Huh.
Oh, that would be shady as fuck,
yeah,
man.
he really is kind of Batman in that sense if you think about it, because Batman like knows all the Justice League's like weaknesses, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He like does research on them all.
Yeah.
Damn.
He like all these captains in all of Sarate.
I wonder how he can
drugged by
activate
this.
it though.
When he gets stabbed.
When he gets stabbed.
Yeah. That's when they go back to square one.
But I don't
remember
think he doesn't actually.
How does that activate a drug?
Yeah,
No.
I don't think he actually gets stabbed either. Because in my head he would be dead. He never gets actually stabbed. You have to remember it's all in the person's mind.
Oh.
Maybe Hitsugaya, or maybe he made like a clone of himself, and he needed that effect of himself dying. Right, so maybe he had a clone of himself, which Hitsugaya killed.
I don't think so. I bet it's just a new way of him
Just
using.
in his mind.
No, it's just a new way Mayuri has figured out how to use the shikai, because the shikai is just poison, right? That's like essentially what it is.
Yeah, but you have to stab him still.
Well, his bankai does just shoots
The
out
gas.
poison, right, as gas. So I mean, I bet you he just found some other way to administer drugs and poison through either his shikai or bankai. Figured out some sort of creative, different take on his powers. Because I mean, you have to admit, just like stabbing or just inhaling gas is kind of like a weak, like.
Yeah. Well, inhaling gas isn't weak, like.
Well, yeah, but I
If
mean,
you're fighting
you were
someone-
saying it. You were saying it earlier. A lot of these captains, could find pretty easy ways to, get out of that sort of issue.
Well, the way I see it is like the captain would maybe totally obliterate the bankai anyway, like Byakuya using his little flower sword pedal things. He can just slaughter them.
Tornado.
Yeah. But maybe someone like Tosin. Like if Tosin was fighting him and he dropped his bankai, it doesn't matter if he can't see or not. It doesn't matter if he can't hear or not. The poison's gonna envelop the whole area and Tosin would lose. So it depends on who he's fighting largely, but I think that inhaling poison is a really, really effective fighting thing, because when you're fighting, you're breathing a lot, and the more you breathe, the higher chance you have of inhaling this poison.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. But it's just it's kind of limited in terms of what he could do. So I mean, I feel it would be appropriate if the next chapter we do find out that he figured out. It would be interesting if he figured out how to use either Hishikai or Bankai in a new creative way that is kind of hard to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like Daidara, how he has those microscopic sort of C4s, that people inhaled and it blew them up from the inside.
Yeah.
Something kind of like that, maybe. Where it's on a microscopic level that you can't see, and then they somehow get that administered.
You're talking about after he blew himself up. And,
Yeah, he had that
whole
giant,
atmosphere.
that giant clay doll of himself that blows up, and it just sends all these microscopic little bombs everywhere. You know what I'm talking about, right, John?
Yeah, I do. I remember. Datara was pretty fearsome.
Dude,
He's crazy, man.
he was honestly maybe my favorite Akatsuki member, because Hidan is sick. Kakuzu, I was kind of unimpressed with. I was like, okay, you can use all elements. That's cool. Hidan was actually really cool. Deidara to me was just oh, dude, this is awesome. This guy's smart. This guy's really good at just fighting. No hand to hand at all. Just fucking bombs and slyness and sneakiness. I don't know, man.
Mouth hand to mouth hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was hardcore, dude.
Dude, I love Deidara, man. He was so tight. Sasori was cool, but not that cool.
I mean, how is Itachi not your favorite Akatsuki?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know.
Story-wise.
Story-wise, Itachi's
If I'm watching them fight, though, Itachi's just gonna use, eye powers that I've seen a million times. Deidara was, really unique,
Oh, man, we could get into, so many questions, think about, matchups between the Akatsuki members.
We need to have more fucking podcasts, you little bastards.
I really liked the Sasori. I thought Sasori was a really cool designed character, and his, I don't know. I thought the whole his powers were pretty interesting. I thought how he actually turned himself into a puppet.
Yeah.
And he actually killed the third Kazukage, and
took the
basically.
body.
Yeah, it's kind of, you know what, fuck, man. There's so many, like, Naruto sort of, like, similarities here in Bleach where it's like, I would just realize him taking the Kazekage, right? Like, you know how, like, Sasori was, like, a puppeteer, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the puppets couldn't use any powers, but if you, like, made a puppet out of a living being who was alive at the time, you can actually use their chakra, and so he turned the third Kazekage, the strongest Kazekage, into a puppet while he was still alive.
Yeah.
So that he could use the Kazekage's special powers.
Was it like
Iron-
metal
iron
It was
sand?
like,
or
yeah,
something?
it was like
Yeah.
iron. It was like
Iron sand or something.
iron sand, and it's like that's really similar to what we're seeing here, where it's like, oh, when I get the zombie, but it's alive, I can actually use his powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar.
And like he retains like his potency.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of I just kind of realized, and also like this whole battle actually is a lot like Itachi's battle with Kabuto, Snake Kabuto, where it's
Yeah,
like
it's similar, definitely.
He gets stuck in this infinite loop where it's like you can only get out once you figure out like how
Well,
to be a good boy.
there's nothing really to figure out here. Like, well,
He's just fucked either way.
yeah, he's just fucked. Like,
Well, I mean, yeah, but Kabuto was kind of fucked too. You know.
He got out. He got out when he got paralyzed, and then just got stabbed.
just
So I think that's the end for Hitsugaya, for right now.
Well, I don't know. What about the cockroach? Maybe he's gonna step in
Oh yeah,
on
maybe.
this scenario.
I feel like
Alright,
there's a lot of hidden meaning here when he says, "When exactly did I administer the drug to you?" You'll get your answer in the past.
Uh-huh.
What exactly does that mean? Like,
Because right now, this is probably in his head in the future.
Maybe we've seen it, or maybe it was like really far back in the past, like you originally posited, like years ago,
and
and then he can activate it with some like I don't know
with another
radioactive switch or something.
with another poison, like, all right, if you
Yeah.
also inhale that drug I gave you a couple like years ago is gonna
Yeah, exactly. Like kickstarts it or something.
that would be insane. Like, it just lies dormant
Yeah,
for like years and years on end too.
yeah.
All right, that was interesting. I bet you next week we're not gonna go back to this fight. I bet you next week we're gonna go somewhere else.
We have a lot of like little skirmishes happening in the background right
Yeah,
now.
skirmishes, bro.
So maybe he should move on.
Yeah, it's totally. I think it's gonna go to Renji and Bazby, but that's just me guessing.
I don't know if it'll do that because Renji already has his like spotlight.
Nah, Renji needs more
Star Guy.
spotlight, dude.
Yeah.
He needs more spotlight.
Give Renji and Rukia all the spotlight.
Dude, I think Renji's new sword power is pretty cool though. The little monkey hand thing.
What was it? Like what was the problem? He never really mastered the Bankai. What he was explaining at that time?
Yeah.
Wasn't
He
it?
never
No, the
mastered
sword
it
was
fully
like
or
broken,
something?
right? And it never repaired itself. Right? Like it's like once the
Oh,
Bankai
yeah.
gets like wrecked, it can't go back to its
Yeah.
normal sort of state.
And his Bankai got wrecked by Aizen, was it?
No, his Bankai got wrecked by Byakuya.
That's right, by Byakuya.
He like activated it in order to stop Byakuya. But then Byakuya like wrecked him, yeah.
Senbon Sakura, man, that shit's crazy.
Yeah. He only used Shikai, I think. Oh no, he might have used Bankai.
Isn't his Shikai Senbon Sakura anyway?
Oh yeah, you're right, it is.
His,
I'm thinking of like the Super Senbon Sakura.
Yeah, the Bankai's like the sword pillar hallway.
I think that's so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, nothing happens, basically.
It's just like the ultra combo attack. It's sort of like the ultra
It's like a
Hadouken
huge-
version of the Shikai
Yeah.
already.
Dude,
it's like
that's-
because it's the same thing, right? It's
Yeah.
like Hadouken is like an energy blast, and then the
ultimate Hadouken.
ultimate Hadouken is a really big energy blast.
Yeah.
It's like really similar.
And then the ultimate Hadouken is where, like, he does that and his homie comes out and, like, the other character you control and they use stupid shit, whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's essentially like Gaara's power, right? You create a bunch of like material you can control because he loses his sword once he uses Bankai.
Yeah.
It like goes into the ground, so he's essentially like
Kind
a
of
sand user.
Yeah, except it's like metal blades.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that look
Like
like
petals.
Sakura.
Flower petals.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sakura,
Yeah.
Alright.
on to
Moving on.
Naruto.
Alright, moving on to Naruto. And this chapter is Naruto 689. It's called I love you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I love you
The
so
title.
much. It's so clever.
It's cringeworthy.
Like you?
Yes.
Alright,
Shady. Come on. Shady.
shady as fuck.
Some shady.
Okay. I have to address this. You remember when they I guess not when they first introduced, but when they were introducing more of the Susanoo power, they were saying that extended amounts of use causes damage to the body and stuff, and like Itachi like pretty much killed himself by using Susanoo against Sasuke. Sasuke fucked himself over by using it too much against the Kages. And yet here we are, and Kakashi still has not dropped Susanoo the entire time. This entire time, Susanoo has been on for him.
Did Itachi have eternal Mangekyo?
No,
he didn't.
He just has Mangekyo.
Isn't that why? Isn't that why he got?
But
fucked up?
but when you think about it though, Kakashi doesn't have eternal Mangekyo either. Right?
Yeah, he doesn't. Because you get it from killing your brother, right?
Yeah, or a best friend or something. No. That's just Mangekyo. Eternal Mangekyo is when you get another pair of Mangekyo eyes and you transplant them. Like somehow you fuse them together, and then that's eternal Mangekyo.
No, it had to be your brother's. It couldn't just be anyone's. That's why Madara killed his brother for it.
I think I don't think there was any stated rule about that. I think the only reason why he took his brother's is because his brother was the only one who had it at the time. Because there's no other Mangekyo users at that time. And I think it just happens to be that both Itachi and Sasuke unlocked theirs too, because thematically and story-wise, they had to be kind of parallel to Madara. But I mean, maybe, I don't know. But I mean, it doesn't change the fact that Kakashi does not have eternal Mangekyo eyes.
But thematically, they're not parallel to Madara and his brother.
Well, I mean, they're brothers though. They're Uchiha brothers. You know,
It's like a motif.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's neither here nor there though. You know.
Also,
he throws a Kamui Shuriken. Yeah.
Also, if even if you didn't have to be brothers to like get the eternal Mangekyo, Kakashi never had Mangekyo in the first place. It was like,
what are you talking about? Yeah,
it was Obito's eyes the entire time.
Yeah, but he
just got the same eyes back. You said you had to fuse two eyes together. Like,
yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. He only has Mangekyo. He doesn't have eternal Mangekyo because he doesn't have two pairs put together.
All right.
I think, but still, last chapter, Obito said it's not gonna last. So maybe he's just going balls out, and he's gonna lose the eye.
Maybe
Kakashi
so.
goes. I think he's on like the sort of like end of the story steroids. You know what I mean? Like I think we're just supposed to accept it for what it is.
Yeah.
Which is
it's just like the sprint to the finish line. He doesn't want to spend time like explaining shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just accept it. Shut up.
He did mention earlier like, oh wow, these are really powerful because the sage's like energies in them or something.
Yeah, he said. He says that later on in the chapter, actually.
Oh yeah, his eye ability, page 6.
Yeah.
His eye ability was increased from the power of the 6 paths he received. So basically, it could be like a sort of like pseudo eternal Mangekyo, if it's infused with six path chakra or whatever.
What is he referring to though? Like, is he referring to like
when Obito transformed?
But that got taken out of him though, right? So I mean, he doesn't have that anymore, does he?
Maybe the remnant state, or maybe when Naruto
the Rinnegan, maybe
when Naruto saved him, because Naruto has the sage power pretty much.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
No, I think it was when he transformed into the actual like almost sage.
I feel like that's the one that would make the most sense, but it also still doesn't make sense because
that's like
he doesn't have it anymore. It got extracted out of him.
That's kind of like distant past for me. Like I totally forgot that he was at one point the bad guy, and he turned into the sage monster thing.
That was just a waste.
Yeah. I just wanted to point out this minor, really useless fact that the Kamari shurikens that he throws are shaped just like his eyes.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. I think we could have just done with him being able to do that, because that itself is. I mean, the fact that he can just be like translucent and then throw shurikens and like
use Kamui,
and make them basically like sort of like Kamui like grenades
projectiles.
Almost. Yeah, it's pretty cool. In of itself,
it'd be kind of funny, like when he touches the Kamui Shuriken, like his hand disappears. He's like, "Oh fuck,
I can't even throw these."
Yeah. Oops.
Like a lightsaber, sort of like if you touch a lightsaber, like
you're
kind of screwed.
And Naruto's like, "Whoa, that's even better than yours, Sasuke." Straight talking shit
in that voice too.
And then like,
I feel for Sasuke.
The chakra rage monster. This. Wait, what was that?
I feel for Sasuke. He's probably like, fuck this.
I know, dude. Alright, I just wanted to point out that, like, does it feel like Sasuke's totally, like, being shown as being useless and weak?
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
No.
definitely.
they're
No.
just like,
Not necessarily.
because like
Well, I mean, he's not
Naruto's
doing
shown
much,
as being
though,
It
insane.
just shows that he's
strong.
not special
Yeah.
anymore.
Like he saves people just by touching them.
He's been portrayed as reliable. In Sasuke's, every single thing Sasuke's tried to do at this point has kind of failed.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
totally failed. Like he's done nothing useful to them.
Mm-hmm.
He's like always lost. Like he could like save himself through the use of Susanoo, but like, well, actually, I guess like the greatest thing he did for them is block the eternal Mangekyo with his Susanoo. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
He like enveloped them,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
were unable to be hit by it. Which
The greatest thing he did was serve as a distraction for Naruto to pull off the like super gay giant like clone harem jutsu or whatever.
Yeah, reverse harem jutsu.
oh yeah, the reverse harem jutsu is the best technique in the history of Naruto. So do not ever blaspheme like that. All right.
Yeah, that's top tier.
The chakra rage monster turns back into Kaguya because apparently she's still in control again. Because remember
Yeah,
how
what
like
with that, man?
you remember they said, "Oh, she's losing control. Oh my god, the beasts are getting out."
Yeah, and then what happened? Yeah, I don't understand.
She regains control and then like
And decides to create a new dimension.
yeah, which is just like dude,
Wait,
like
it's made of the same energy as Naruto's black.
Goldama balls.
Kudo Tama.
Okay, so she's making a giant bomb then, like a Biju bomb almost.
Yeah, which the explanation for those little black balls are that the kid didn't fully grow up yet, so they're not big black balls yet. It's that like all the elements and all the Kekkei Genkais are all combined into one element, which is like this black ball of death, I guess.
It's kind of like a black hole or something.
Yeah.
Like dark matter or something.
Yeah, dark matter.
Dark chakra or something, yeah. It like undoes other chakra or something.
It undoes like other existence, I guess.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. They're talking former Team 7, bruh. Because like they were totally such a team.
Nostalgia, bruh.
This Team 7 is like if like Shaq got like 5 years younger, or like 10 years younger, and Kobe got 5 years younger, and they both went back to the Lakers and they won a ring like this season.
And then Phil coached them again.
Yeah. That's what this like Team 7 is, and like Sakura is just Derek Fisher.
Yeah, that's a good. Kobe's lover.
Yep. I am immortal, which
I am a god. So hurry up with my damn massage. Hurry up with the damn croissants. Rah!
that's she totally uses the bone technique of Kimimaru, which is befitting because like his name is Kaguya Kimimaru and her name is Kaguya, which explains how he can use bone techniques, which doesn't explain how that's even related, but whatever. And like
Maybe we'll never know.
we probably won't.
You
know
would
it.
think like it's kind of considering like her like sort of like space dimensional powers, like the bone thing is just kind of like irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Like she should be able to like just like
shoot
flick her
projectiles.
hand and like do like ultra gravity like powers, you know? Like
Yeah.
she shouldn't really need these sort of like physical like swords basically, you know.
Well, I mean,
but-
she does get punched
Do you
by
think-
Sakura, so. So
Do you
yeah.
think that bone power came first before she ate the fruit?
you
or
think
whatever?
so what you're saying is she just had the bone powers and then
Yeah, it's
eventually,
kind of like whatever species she's is or whatever.
yeah, that was her power. Yeah,
kind of-
maybe, yeah.
Wait, what are you guys saying? I'm not quite
Like
understanding.
you know how before she ate the fruit, maybe she was a little bit more mortal, you know, and that was like her sort of like her clan's special ability.
Byakugan plus bone powers or whatever.
Yeah.
Not necessarily Byakugan, but just the bones.
Yeah.
I would believe that she had Byakugan before she ate the fruit.
Wait, but I mean, like, when she ate the fruit, that's how she got chakra, right? So, like, how would she have been able to use these bone powers before?
Apparently she's an alien.
Yeah, if she's some kind of weird creature.
Creature.
Because I don't know, maybe it's just some weird like physical mutation instead of like chakra fueled. Like the Byakugan definitely takes chakra, so there's no way she would have had it before, I think. But I could see the bones just being a weird like genetic mutation.
I don't know.
Kind of like how Wolverine.
It's kind of weak to me. Well, I mean, Wolverine's that's still his power though. That is his genetic mutation, and in that universe, that's how everyone gets powers, right?
Wait, is that his mutation?
Yeah, that's his mutation.
Yeah,
and
that was part of his mutation.
It's
really?
also like immortality, basically, like or.
I thought it was just immortality, and somehow he.
Super speed healing plus bones coming out of his hands.
Yeah.
So then maybe he's like that. Maybe she's just like that.
Nah, I think that's kind of inconsistent because then at that point you would have to ask, well, what other things could you consider
Exist?
just like physical mutations, and why didn't we see more of this, and why wasn't this kind of clarified at some point?
Because she's an alien. Ooh.
And Kimimaru totally needed Chakra to use his bone attacks.
Yeah, true that.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
I just want to say that Kakashi had like the greatest revelation in the whole story by saying,
"She's fast."
Exactly.
That?
Yeah, exactly that. Because he totally needed the eternal Mangekyo. Or no, he totally needed the Mangekyo Sharingan to see that she was
Dude,
fast.
Susanoo got pierced by that bone thing. Like, how fucking useless is that? What's the point of having it then?
I would understand
maybe,
it.
But I don't.
I would understand it if she shot the black stuff at him.
Yeah, and
as like a spike.
Yeah.
But she shot his bone, like her bone at him, and he's like, "Oh, my Susanoo can't take it."
Maybe just the velocity at which the bone travels is too much.
Too strong.
Yeah, but Susanoo is supposed to be like impenetrable though.
And Kamui Raikiri, that's so stupid. Like, bro, come on, man.
Hey, what the hell? That's kind of cool.
Nah, man. It's an eye power combined with his chakra hand power. Like,
it's kind of like Amaterasu, but for the electricity. It's
Chidori.
Like, that means that, like, he's not even using Raikiri then, technically.
Yeah, technically, yeah. He might as well
Kamui. Kamui punch, Kamui hand attack.
So he's just, like, expending more energy.
To get to her, to actually cut her.
It's like, why go up to them and use Kamui when you can stand, like, 100 feet away?
Just use it, yeah.
That's like if you had an arrow and you're like, all right, I'm going to stab you, bitch.
Yeah. Or if you had a bullet, like, and you, like, ran up to him with a bullet and was like, take this, and you...
You like run from the archer ranks and you just like run to the front like, I got you.
Projectiles are for bitches.
Yeah, it's like the Rasengan, dude, when you think about it. Like, Naruto didn't like create some way to throw Rasengans. Like, he has to run up to the people and like.
Well, he did create a way to throw the Rasengan.
Well, yeah, the wind shuriken, right? But then it's like, if you figured out a way to just throw Rasengans themselves, like, wouldn't that be a lot more useful? It'd be kind of like it would be kind of like almost every power though.
Yeah,
in manga
same thing with Raikiri.
Yeah.
You can just shoot the Raikiri. The whole point is it has to be on your hand to control it. We're not even at the most bullshit part of the story yet. Somehow, like, we still haven't hit the thick of the bullshit here. Like, okay, like, you know how they were saying, "Oh, this is the Genesis like stage. I can like absorb chakra at like the most insane amount." And I originally thought, like, there's not enough time or there's not enough way to, like, escape to another dimension. Like, that's bullshit. But she did just create, like, the giant black ball of doom. So that, to me, explained how she, like, exhausted her chakra at a large rate. So I self-justified that, and I'm going to move on. Just trying to ignore some of the bullshit here.
Wait. What did he like... What did he do? He like sliced her right arm so she can't use it now? Or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just double checking that. Because he was like, oh no, mother's right arm.
She shot it just with her left and didn't shoot one at Sasuke.
Oh, right.
And then, okay.
That's fucking smart, man.
Yeah, that is fucking smart. And then what happens is this like complicated turn of events, which that
actually, that was pretty impressive the way he did that.
Wait, the way who did what now?
Kishi like set up this weird like, okay, this spike is going through this hole, but it's a clone, and he's gonna use his power to like reappear over here, and that was a clone, and but the spike came through here, and now it's something. Yeah, I don't know. That was interesting. Kind of bullshit, but interesting. And then like, what's his name? Kakashi was able to like Kamui away the other spike.
Yeah, which the more interesting part to me wasn't the fact that he Kamui away the spike. He Kamui away the dimension portal. You see that?
Oh, is that what he did? Oh, yeah.
He come away the whole thing away. So like,
He like negated it. Yeah.
so like somehow now his power is like
Trump's.
trumps hers. Like,
Yeah.
and then they're doing this thing, and it's totally tight. Like the way that Sasuke was like totally not even there the entire time, and that's where his eye power comes into play. But
This is such like a manga thing or like an anime thing. Like everything is happening. If you were to watch this in real time, it would be so instantaneous, right? Well, can you hear me? Or?
Yeah,
No,
you kind of face that
Oh,
again.
okay.
Yeah. What, sorry.
I was just gonna say this is such like a manga thing. Like all this stuff is happening really quickly, but they're still like thinking like, oh, this is bad. Let me do it like this, and they have all this like inner dialogue with themselves.
Yeah,
Like, I have an idea. I'll do it like this. But it should be happening like this fast.
It's definitely excessive inner dialogue right now. I think it's really
Yeah.
kind of undercutting the sort of like the action.
pace.
Yeah.
They've add. Like in this case, it just seems like they're going literally this fast, like towards
Yeah.
her.
And then remember how like just a couple chapters ago, like Sasuke was like, I can only use my eye power at a certain distance, but he totally teleports a really far distance to switch his place with Naruto's body. Or
Well, I don't know.
Naruto's
Maybe
clone.
it's not that far.
They were standing pretty far from.
How do you even know? I can't say I know. I have a clear sort of definitive understanding of the geography from each other.
Dude, they were standing far, man. Dude,
What are you talking about?
how far they're standing away from each other, and Sasuke uses his teleportation technique to be right next to them.
Oh yeah, it's far. It's probably like 50 yards.
Hold on. I'm trying to find a place where it shows exactly how far they are.
How does Sakura?
Alright.
How does Sakura end up above her? How does Sakura end up up there?
Dude, because
She's like,
Dude, she
inside of the-
figured out Shinshin no Jutsu, dude. Dude, she's the Konoha Pink Flash.
Dude, no, she's Derek Fisher, man. She hit the turnaround jumper at 0.3 seconds. All right.
dude, she's the Konoha Pink, man.
Konoha Pink. She falls at the speed of a cherry blossom, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, so fast.
She had left before any of this stuff happened to even reach that point, and all that shit had happened, and then she finally arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like falling in slow mo,
Yeah.
like.
The whole way there.
I'm ready. I know she's gonna jump up. She's not gonna go down. She's gonna jump up at me and just.
And she still has time to think. I'm still here, damn it, and from one woman to another.
You
Which
call
is
that
totally
not
like
taking-
irrelevant, to the
Yeah.
whole sort of like issue here.
from one woman to another? You're not even a woman, bitch. You're 16. All right, like.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know. She's got titties, man. She's a woman.
Yes,
And they like touch the shoulders, and she gets punched. She's totally eating her own pussy. That's what's happening in that last panel right there.
Christ.
That's picture perfect.
Yeah,
Gotcha, sorry.
yeah. He was like, dude, wow.
I've always wanted to see that.
Shanaro, Yosha.
So do you think that's the end of it? Do you think she's sealed or what's going
No,
on?
she's not because Kishi trolls.
I hope so. I can't take any more of this.
Yeah, it's fucking torturous, man.
Because Kishi trolls, and also we haven't seen what they're gonna do with Madora's legs yet.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And the whole
They're
thing,
just like fucking playing with it, like back
he,
to
like-
back on. They're just like
he like reveals himself to like the Kages, and he's like, "All right, now here's what we're gonna do with these legs. You guys are gonna spread them, and then you guys are gonna slowly finger up and down the inside of the leg. And
You're gonna boil them, mash them, and stick them in a stew.
Titus? What's
Titus?
precious?
Christ.
And like this picture of them all like punching her isn't even that epic.
It really isn't.
It just looks retarded.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like anything.
Yeah.
He should have emailed Kubo and be like, okay, this is what I need, and then Kubo could have done like a way better.
Yeah,
design.
Like
way
drawing it.
better than. Like, okay, honestly, this picture would have been perfect if it was just Naruto and Sasuke touching her.
Yeah.
The Sakura being there upside down
It's
Superman.
totally
like,
Yeah,
the upside down Superman just does not fit.
Yeah,
in
it
the
kind of is,
situation,
yeah.
Dude.
it's like some lame Superman crap. Yeah,
Dude, Derek Fisher, get out of here, alright?
yeah. I guess that punch was kind of like the 0.4 second shot, right?
Dude, yeah,
It's
that's
like
what I'm saying.
the perfect thing at the perfect time. Yeah.
Dude, that'd be funny if like Derek Fisher's like one of the few people listening to our podcast.
Yeah. I'm Sakura?
He's like, oh, it's just like sad.
Wow.
Wow.
That would make my life.
We lost a great fan today.
Yeah. We lost our only fan.
He's like, I love manga.
You know what would be even funnier is like, or maybe not funnier, but you know how they have the marks on their hands? What if they accidentally touched her with the wrong hand and like so it doesn't work?
Yeah.
So Naruto uses the wrong hand. He's like, oh fuck, my bad. And then they have to start at square one.
And then she grows bones out her back and it just like stabs the shit out of Sakura.
Yeah, exactly. She totally could right now too. Just like
the way they're positioned, like
yeah, like Bristleback, man, from Dota.
yeah, oh man.
Just like shoot all those spines at her.
What is it, like 70% reduced damage from behind or something like that?
Yeah, and like 50 from the side.
Yeah, crazy, man. Which this could all have been avoided if she did that. Like, I understand that she can't use her right arm, but she was just shooting like spikes out of her whole body a couple panels ago. So
yeah, why the hell didn't she just do that?
all right, we're beating a
that's
dead.
that's a perfect
beating a dead horse.
We're beating.
That's
this,
a perfect
this,
defense, man. That's a perfect defense.
I think like a lot of this like this stuff that we're irritated about could have easily been mitigated by the things we were saying in like earlier podcasts, where basically like this whole thing should just be Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah.
Like Kakashi and Sasuke or Sakura should not be here. They should be in cap and
like I seriously stopped caring about Team 7 after the Chunin exams, dude. I was like, all right, like
yeah, that's true.
Team 7 is useless.
That's true.
I think like a great moment.
I thought they were infinitely more interesting, like as separate pieces.
Yeah, a great moment for them to be Team 7 again would have been like a scenario where it's like, I don't know, like what if like Tsunade had died and so all the Sannin had like been immortalized, and so like I don't know, some sort of redemptive sort of arc had already happened between Naruto and Sasuke, and he came back, and so it was like those three versus the previous three, or so I don't know, something like that. You know, there should have been a moment for this like a lot earlier, because Sakura's pretty like irrelevant in this point of the story.
Oh, that would have been cool to see like, yeah, Naruto versus Jiraiya.
Yeah.
Or like Edo Tenseis of those.
Yeah, then,
even though Orochimaru would never die, so.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but he was, I don't know. I mean, it was kind of stupid he came back, don't you think?
It is horribly stupid. Incredibly troll-tastic.
Yeah, so, yeah, it would have been, and if it was anyone who would get Orochimaru's, like, the ability to what would you call it? Re-zombify Orochimaru would be Kabuto, right? So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it could have been interesting. Like, seeing, like,
it would have been.
Like, Jiraiya kind of, like, you know, still having his personality. So he's kind of just, like, saying perverted and stupid shit, like, during the fight against Naruto. And at the very end...
I want to fight Sakura.
Yeah, and he's just, like, saying... And he's calling him an idiot, you know, like, with those, like, big bulging eyes. And, like, you know, it's just, like, really kind of, like, touching in a sort of way. And, like, Naruto kind of has to put him down. Because, like, that's his duty, basically. And when he does, like, you know, Jiraiya says, you know, something along the lines of, like, you know, like, I'm glad I got to see, actually got to see what you ended up being. And it's like, you know.
And instead of using fucking sage powers, as in like Sage's 6 past powers,
the sage
they capped out as Naruto learning sage mode and then mastering his Nine Tails. I wish they would have kept him there. Learning sage mode and mastering Nine Tails. They didn't need nothing after that. Sasuke getting Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. They didn't need nothing after that. Sakura being useless as per usual. They didn't need nothing after that. But they're just trying to like,
Yeah, we are beating a dead horse for sure. Like so hard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sakura's like usefulness, I think.
Still going, dude.
Dude, no. I need to say this, all right? Her usefulness capped out at the point of the war where she was using Tsunade's technique to heal everyone. After that, she shouldn't even be part of the story.
Honestly,
anymore.
like I think Sakura capped out after Sasori. That was the last time I can remember thinking, "Wow, Sakura is actually a character." When she fought Sasori and beat him with the old lady,
Grandma, yeah.
That was like the last time I ever recall feeling like Sakura was like
useful.
Yeah, in any sort of way. And ever since then, hasn't done anything. She just literally has not done anything since then, I think.
She's done things, but they haven't been as like emotionally.
They haven't been significant. Like she technically healed everyone, you know,
But we were already pissed off with the war at that
Yeah,
point.
but I mean,
It's
how
like,
many like healer ninjas are there though? You know, like, I mean,
apparently
I could,
just Sakura.
I mean, I could easily see a scenario where like Naruto like uses his own powers and he's like, oh, here's my chakra, and it also heals you because like the Nine Tails heals him when he fights, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I don't know, it's like stuff that's not designed specifically for them. It's just kind of like convenient, you know. But I mean, they're sort of plot devices that could be assigned to anyone, really. No, or not anyone, but it could be assigned to alternative things. And when you know that there are alternatives, it's definitely less impactful in general.
It is just less impactful in general. Definitely the Sasori fight. I was like, wow, I really care about what's happening right now.
Yeah, that was for me. That was definitely the last time I remember thinking Sakura was interesting, in like a good character, and it kind of fleshed out, and like I had respect for her.
Actually, to be honest, that might have been the only time I ever respected Sakura. Because even before then, she was incredibly useless.
Yeah.
The tuning
And just
exams.
really fucking annoying, yeah.
Literally, the only thing she could do in the tuning exams was throw chakra or throw shurikens and like run around.
Uh-huh.
And she wasn't
And
even
pine
good
over
at that.
Sasuke.
Yeah, pretty much.
She was just like something for the fangirls and shit. All the fanboys.
Fanboys, yeah, because
Yeah,
you need
people who like the relationship
yeah.
aspect.
Well,
of
for
the show.
for most shonens, you have to have a love interest, you know, or really for almost any story. Like it's like you know what they say, like 95% of like all narrative fiction revolves around some sort of heterosexual like I don't know what's the word for it. No, I don't want to say finish because that's just
Panic?
Yeah.
Passion?
I don't know. Yeah, I know what you mean though.
yeah. Most stories climax
you just
and,
need a love
and
interest,
yeah,
yeah.
and they revolve around a love interest. Like it's almost always there, but yeah.
Not Saw.
Not Saw.
Dude, I'll climax on your love interest.
Not a majority of horror films, I would say.
No, dude, a lot of horror films just have random sex scenes, like gratuitous sex scenes, dude. All right.
Bro, you didn't even hear my joke, bro.
What was your joke?
Probably wasn't even that funny. Anyway, moving on.
It's lost. It's gone forever.
All right, cool.
Wait, was it recorded on your side?
Yeah.
We didn't hear anything.
Yeah, we didn't hear anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll hear it in the...
Yeah,
Nah,
the podcast.
in the finished
I'm gonna
product.
get to this point of the podcast and,
And then
skip
fast forward.
over it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll skip over it because I don't want to hear that shit.
We skip right now. Okay.
All right. Predictions for next week. Kaguya's not gonna be defeated.
I hope she is. Just finish.
I know. There's
Come on.
totally gonna be like 2 more months of Naruto left.
Just be merciful and put us all out of our misery.
We're gonna have to move on to One Piece now just to save like my sanity. All right, guys, that was an excellent discussion about Naruto. Yeah, we beat some dead horses, some rotting carcasses actually. But
Cavendash's dead horse, dude.
dude, Cavendish dead horse, man. Rest in peace.
Oh, man.
Yeah, honestly, Cavendash's horse was like the most clutch character in this whole story so far.
Dude, he's the real MVP, dude.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
this
he was carrying like 5 people, man.
he literally had the team on his back, guys.
High five. I think podcast closed. We're done. Let's go.
All right, it's a wrap. We're done here. All right, man. The chapter was 757. It was called Trump Card. Yay! And basically, what's happening is we are thrown back into the story where finally a lot of these fools met up. What was this place called where they're supposed to meet up again? They're supposed to meet at the sunflower fields,
Which
but
is
they're
on
like
the 4th floor, but right now they're at
on
the
the
plateau on the 3rd floor.
the third
yes.
floor, right?
Yeah.
All right. Once
It says,
again,
it
dude,
says plateau on which the royal palace is located. Level 3. That's where they are.
so there's another thing above the royal palace.
Yeah, and that's the sunflower seed. Sunflower field.
All right.
Yeah.
What's above that? What's on the top tier?
No idea. It doesn't really. Maybe it might have said it in a previous chapter, but
Probably where Doflamingo chills at.
yeah, he's probably at the very top. Yeah.
Isn't he on this floor? Isn't that like the last page? They say like
No, because
the
they
flamingos
they
here?
they in the chapter they go all the way up to the sunflower fields, on the 4th level. So I think maybe there's even one above. Maybe
No,
the
there is
building
no
right
additional
there.
level above the sunflower
It's just a
fields.
building.
It's
right
just
there.
a building
Yeah,
there
yeah.
that
So
he's
maybe
inside.
maybe everything's on the 4th level.
Oh, I see.
Probably like the Don Quixote house.
Yeah. The hall.
once again, Bartolomeo shows like extreme usefulness with his power in this whole chapter. Like extreme usefulness. Blocks the rupture bullets. That's cool. Not that. That's cool. It's cool.
Dude, are those Bidodama?
Yeah. Dude, but the stairs, dude, that's such a sick ass power that he can just create.
I mean,
I think that's an interesting limit to his power, or that he added a limit to his power.
the
Yeah.
surface
Like
area
only
thing?
X amount of surface area.
Yeah, I think that's pretty clever, but I think like the stairs don't make any sense to me because like his power is supposed to be the power to deflect things, right?
No, it's just you create a barrier that they can't pass. It's not like a whatever you shoot at me gets shot back at you type thing. It's like a
I
whatever
think
you shoot at
you
me.
can deflect it though. He has.
Yeah, because I thought that's what his power was, that he deflects, like he creates barriers that deflect things. So I was thinking every single time you stepped on a stair, you would technically like be repelled. But then I guess not.
Maybe
right?
the angle that they're stepping on the stairs that repels them up, so they just go
So
up
they
the
go
stairs really fast.
That'd be cool, but that's obviously not what's happening.
Maybe he just makes different kinds of barriers.
Ah,
Maybe. Yeah, I guess now that I think about it, his power is called Barrier no Mi, so like technically I guess it's, I don't know, whatever.
It can be
extent,
like a
but-
literal reflector, or it can be just a
Well,
physical like wall.
if we're talking like science and physics terms, when they like step on the stairs and run up, it is reflecting them back.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like in terms
Like
of
a very low amount.
yeah, exactly. Just like how I'm standing on the ground, it's like reflecting me back up and stuff. Like in that sense, it's working.
Isn't that like Newton's law?
Yeah, that is
Like
Newton's
his
law.
second or third law or something.
Respect Newton, my boy.
Yeah.
And then
Justin's our resident engineer.
ex-engineer, but
Ex-engineer.
we're going back eventually.
Probably know more science than I do though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I did take freaking a whole year of physics and blundered my way through, but I did learn stuff. Surprisingly,
I never took physics in high school. Did you guys?
I took physics. I took AP Physics in high school, actually.
I never took physics either.
Jesus. Yeah, I never took
Yeah.
it.
I took like anatomy. Human
Let's
anatomy.
get physical. Yeah.
Yeah, I took anatomy too.
Anyway, so. what do
All
we
right,
got?
so comic value or comedic value. I think the introduction of Bartolomeo's like limit to his power was just so well done and funny. Like he's like, "I got this," and he just like jumps in the way. Like that was a really good way to introduce that he has like a bit like limitations on it.
Yeah, to explain why he would do something. Because like I guess like when I first saw it, I was like, well, "You fucking idiot! Why?"
Yeah.
Like I understand like you're really hardcore about Luffy, but really like. But then you know it is used as like as a device to kind of get that information out there, and I think it was definitely it kind of caters to that irritation of thinking like, why the fuck would you do that? And it's like, oh, okay, so it kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's like
and it like totally follows his character of how devoted he is to Luffy and his crew. Like,
that he would go and do something like that.
dude,
yeah.
man, Oda's always just money, dude. Oh, God, man. Oda, let me be your wife. All right.
He's got a wife.
What the hell?
Shut up, John. You would do it too.
Yeah.
You could.
Do they allow that in Japan? Is like same-sex marriage a thing there?
I actually
don't
don't.
think it's a
I don't
thing.
know that. I don't know the answer to that question. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if they have gay marriage.
Because they
I
have
don't
to
think
have
I
like
don't think marriage is legal, but it's becoming more accepted. Like gay relationships.
in Japan, like
Yeah.
because in America,
Dude,
it's getting
people have
more.
been super gay in this country for a long time. I think. I mean, just in the world, people have always been fucking super gay.
Yeah. Like you,
Like
dude.
Sparta,
Words of
dude?
wisdom. Words of wisdom
yeah.
from John Garcia.
Dude, like ancient Greece, everyone had like a side dude. On the
Yeah,
Yeah,
side.
yeah. They would like
Everyone had a chick and a side guy.
bone a dude.
Everyone had a chick and a side guy, dude.
Like,
That's so
yeah.
I watched
The
a
ways of
couple
the world,
episodes
dude.
of like Spartacus, Blood and Sand, or something like that, and they're straight up gay gladiators, dude. Like this one beast gladiator that's in the arena and stuff. He like has like a lover that's like a total bitch gladiator. And, like it's totally awesome because the gay one, the one that's like the man of the relationship is like
Yeah.
really dominant and he like wins all these fights. And the bitch one's like a little trainee, like protect me, and it's like it's kind of super gay, but it's like dude, like
it's
Yeah,
cute.
very gay because they're like hitting each other with like phallic swords and shit.
yeah. And they're like one time they like spar each other and he's like my love, like we're finally sparring, and it's like dude, like move on to the sex scene, all right, let's move on to the sex. All right.
How do we even get on this?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. It's really off course, but
Dude,
back to One Piece.
And it's kind of amazing to me how like Luffy's like moving up these stairs, and then Kairos like jumps around him and ahead of him with one leg.
Yeah, I don't I mean,
I'm trying to find if the anime has caught up and like they animated him like hopping everywhere because I want to see that shit.
That's the one sort of thing that's really irritated me about this chapter, and I think is really inconsistent. Is that like I can't get over the fact
how can that possibly irritate you?
What do you mean? This
kind
Kairos,
of wacky shit it's always happening.
That Kairos jumps in front of Luffy, but I mean that's the thing though. Like Luffy has like, it's kind of only been a recent development that Luffy's got these like abilities now. Like not necessarily that Kairos jumps in front of him, but there's like all these things that occur that kind of imply a sort of physical limitation to Luffy that I'm pretty sure he doesn't have. Like all these balls that are getting thrown at him and like everyone's saying duck Luffy and like people are needlessly sort of like jumping in front of it and getting blown to pieces, right? And it's like he should have no trouble whatsoever just fucking dodging that shit.
Yeah,
like,
no, he should just like whoop that guy's ass and then move to the next level.
He's fucking god tier like at this point. Like it would be the same as like seeing Doflamingo running up a pair of stairs and Usopp like throws like some of those little things and like we have like
protect me.
Suddenly, suddenly it's like there's this need to protect Doflamingo, like as if that's actually a threat to him. Like that's the only thing that I feel like has been consistently inconsistent for like the past, I don't know, several chapters now, where Luffy's just like I don't understand what the hell this is about. It's like he has the power now to be able to already not even look at that shit and know it's coming. And like just like dip his head, even like he can dodge like lasers, right?
Yeah,
like no problem whatsoever. Like so, I don't understand what this. You know,
well,
it's
the thing about these though that's different than lasers. I guess it's kind of a bad, but what the thing that's different is like these. Even if he dodges them, like let's say he ducks, it'll just blow up next to him. You know.
Yeah, but I mean that's still. I mean that's kind of besides the point. Like the point is that he should be able to like dodge them pretty easily.
The point is that he should be able to whoop this guy's ass, and they should all move to the next level together.
Yeah.
But you gotta like weave out some of the characters to make it more epic.
And plus, like these stairs aren't even necessary for Luffy either. Like technically, he should be able to stretch his arms all the way up to the top and slingshot himself up all the way to the next level, like he's done before.
Yeah, or like
arcs.
Use a gear third or gear second and like jump. Like really, he could do that.
Yeah,
like,
he should be able to do any of these things.
You remember when he like turned his legs into springs, like, and then just like whatever. He's like limited because he has to carry law. I'm giving him that.
It's kind of a whack limitation, though.
Yeah,
for sure.
really whack limitation.
I don't know. It doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I don't think about it. Like that's why it doesn't bother me in that sense. But like I did think about it once. Like oh wow, like why is he even having this trouble here? But whatever. It's not too big of a deal for me. I see what you're saying, Alex, and I agree. I think okay, yeah, something I've been thinking about. Is it strange to you guys? Because it's kind of strange to me that like every like strong person that we encounter is also like really good at fight, like physical fighting. There's no one there that's just like, oh, like I'm in a position of power because I'm like smart or I have this one specific ability. Like every one of those fools can fight. Like remember how when Sanji like confronts Doflamingo because Doflamingo goes to the ship, and Sanji's like strong point is his kicking and like his like power in his kicking, and he can do diable jamble and whatever, and like Doflamingo goes like, oh, I'll block it with my leg.
Yeah.
Like, I understand and I accept that like Doflamingo is like really a whole tier stronger and up, or not stronger but like above Sanji like in their like power, I guess. But the fact that like he just blocked it with that, like if he blocked it using like his little like thread things, then I would have been like, all right, like his thread things are strong enough to block Sanji's kick.
Dude, even worse is when he fought Virgo and broke his leg just kicking Virgo.
Who did that again?
Sanji fights Virgo real quick for like a little bit. They scuffle for like a sec, and he kicks
like Anderson
Virgo.
Silva style.
Yeah, and break like Anderson Silva. Yeah, he like his bone cracks. His his leg breaks. Which
Sanji's
is like,
leg?
yeah, against Virgo, which is like lame because it's
that.
like, dude, what the hell? That's like your strong point.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you're supposed to be like, you excel at. And I see what you're saying, like, because I think that combat in general and characters are a lot more interesting when their expertise it actually plays a part into how well they function inside the world. And Doflamingo is kind of one of those characters that's just like well rounded out, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just like you know how like you might rate people like intellect 9.0 and then physical tier 5.6.
Speed,
And it's like some of these boss level characters like are just like up at the 9s, like all the way across.
Yeah.
Right?
Like it would have been more interesting to me if like Doflamingo wasn't like just an insane hand-to-hand fighter, that he was really smart at using his abilities to beat people. Like one person that I thought like had a real position of power in the story wise, but is pretty much useless at physical fighting, is the bitch that turns everyone into toys. Like that was cool to me. Like she's like
Sugar?
Yeah, Sugar is like really fragile, and like that's why they always have to protect her. But her power is one such that like she's extremely important to the Don Quixote family and into this arc.
Right. It's kind of like how you would see maybe a game of chess, right? Because like certain things can do certain things, and that's why they become valuable.
But like every single like boss that we've fought so far or that we've seen so far is a queen. Like you get what I'm saying? Like we need more knights. Like we need more like
a flaming homosexual. Is a bear. A big strong homo.
Like I guess one person that didn't follow that thing was Moria. You remember how, like Moria just couldn't fight? Like,
he wasn't that physical of a character until he like ate like a shit ton of shadows.
Yeah.
But even then, like
it was nothing.
like,
like, Moria was just there, you know.
But then again, Moria was kind of like a weak character anyway, though. Right?
Yeah.
Like he like got kicked off the Shichibukai pretty immediately.
It's because his power only like was supreme on Thriller Bark. Anywhere else, like he would have been useless. You know, on Thriller Bark, there's no sunlight or whatever.
During the war, though, he was pretty crazy. He like stabbed what's his face, the giant amongst giants.
Oz,
Oz Jr. or whatever. Like he like did like a shadow blade where it just like came out of the ground and just stabbed Oz straight through the middle. It was pretty insane. I was like, why didn't you do that at Thriller Park if you could do that, you know? But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but it's a good point. I think things would be more interesting that way.
Like, I'll accept that. Like they can fight, right? I'll go, all right, they can fight. You're not just going to be in a position of power because you have a power. Like you have to be able to fight too. But like Sanji's like trump card, haha. His like main attack, and like it's just like, oh, I blocked it with my leg. Ha, sucks for you. And I totally forgot that happened, that Virgil broke his leg. I remember now that you mentioned it to me, but like...
That was a pretty big disappointment for me, too, because like we didn't have an idea of how strong people were at that point. And to see him already get put down a peg like that, that fast, I was like, oh, okay.
And seeing that Virgil, like, made easy work of Smoker was like, okay, like, Virgil is strong, but this is Sanji, like, and you broke his leg. Not like you defeated him, like, you broke his main weapon, like, bro, come on.
Yeah, it'd be like if Zoro like attacked someone and like one of his swords broke against another swordsman.
Yeah, no, against their hand, like.
Yeah, okay, against like armament hockey.
Hand, fuck your sword.
Yeah. It's very emasculating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Shut up, John. Get out of here.
And then the emotional, like, but like
everyone loves
quite necessary and well done page showing like, oh, our captain is worth betting our lives on.
And I think I've bitched about this before, but like Chinzhao should be so OP. Like that guy who's like using splits to dodge Chinzhao's forehead. Like he should be like that forehead should be through his stomach. Like that guy should be dead.
Dude,
like,
no.
right there, dude.
That's Chuck Liddell, man. You don't hit the Iceman, dude. Just like the guy's character design is awesome though. Like,
we don't know anything about him,
dude. He's like this gluttonous, like overweight dude that's just dodging.
Wait, does that happen in this chapter?
Yeah, go to page 10, dude.
It's like Chinzhao has this like he's attacking someone with his forehead, and like the dude dodged it by jumping and doing splits.
Dude, Chuck Liddell.
Oh, I see.
And this, like, what the hell
is?
It
does kind of look like Chuck Liddell.
The next page where like Frankie and Pink are just chilling. Like what?
It
the
looks
hell
like
is
a huge
going on
black
here?
cock being like thrust at him, dude. Go back. It even has like a little mushroom pop.
Yeah, it does have the little. It has a tip.
Jesus. Come on, Oda.
Yeah, I mean, he even like bothered to show the hockey, so he was going like full, like he was going at it, you
Yeah.
know, and he still fucking failed. Like,
Well, I mean,
I feel
I
like you can
accept that
only
he
be so
dodged.
accurate.
Yeah,
with
you,
that,
you
though.
can dodge, like, because he's not like looking at him.
listen,
as he's
you need to
doing
think
it,
about
like,
it this way,
he's
right?
looking at the
Because
ground.
he went kind of toe to toe with Luffy, right? It would be like if we saw a panel here real quick of Luffy, like using Armament hockey punch, and this fucker just dodging Luffy's punch like it's.
That's
because
because Luffy fights with no tact, man. He's like, okay, I'll punch you right where your strongest point is, because I don't give a fuck. If Luffy was like smart, he would just like dodge the shit out of him, like use his weight against him, and like defeat him so easily. That's why. I mean, this guy's just being smart. He's dodging. You doing the splits, so it's graceful.
Yeah. Chuck
Alright.
Liddell. And I'm going with the thing where he can, like, he has bad accuracy with that because he's technically
he's
looking at
not
the
looking
floor.
at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luffy's punches, you're looking at the guy you're punching, like, he's facing the floor.
True that.
Yeah.
This panel to me is just like, why are they breakdancing?
What
Like,
if they
is
ended
going
up
on
being
here?
best friends, Frankie?
I mean,
and,
here's what bothers me is like
Pink is their new crew member.
yeah, Pink for New Comedy.
Yeah.
Senior Pink
what
for
should be happening is like Chinjao should just be able to level 4, like, you know, just
Yeah.
like headbutt
Yeah.
right into the side of the mountain and then like make it crumble so it
Yeah.
comes down. Like if he really wanted to, he could do that. From what we've seen, because what did he do? He like when he was young, what did he do?
He like broke an
cra-
entire like there's a country that's I think kind of takes after like the Antarctic, and
Yeah.
he used his forehead to destroy the entire country. He split it in half.
Exactly.
with his
If he can
forehead.
do that, he can like break.
There's like no problem.
level
Yeah,
four,
yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. He's like pretty strong. He's like god tier. He's got like the Emperor's disposition,
And, like,
he's having
insane
trouble
hockey.
with his like father like family member.
Who knows?
I guess.
What if this guy's special ability is that he can dodge attacks really well?
Then I guess then we can go back and be like, okay, well, sure.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt that's what's going on. I feel
Who
like
knows, man?
this-
The arrows on his legs, that just means that, like, oh, like, I don't know.
I guess
Dodger,
skills
like
at dodging.
I'm,
dude.
I'm a Dodger.
I feel like that's just something Oda can't work around. Like he sets up these hyperbole, like powers, and then
Well, I mean, like
Also-
the panel could just be Don Chinchao just like wrecking like noobs like left and right,
Yeah.
and that would be more consistent with what we know him as. But I don't know. It's just nitpicking stuff. What were you gonna say? Sorry,
What if, like, the story of Don Chinjao breaking the ice thing was, like,
a lie.
an exaggerated legend? Like,
Yeah.
maybe he used it to, like, destroy a considerable amount of ice, but he didn't actually split the country in half or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess we could.
Because, you know, that happens in real life, and that could be an element of manga.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, he defeated a million
I don't
soldiers.
think there's any denying though that he's crazy physically strong. Though.
Of course
So it's
not.
like,
I
it
agree
makes-
completely. He took on Luffy. Like,
Yeah. So I mean, it makes sense that he would be able to,
I thought,
especially because ice is a lot less
yeah.
like difficult to break than like ground. You know.
Because ice shatters and
Yeah, yeah.
concrete doesn't, you know. I just want to point out that Robin says that she won't let them lay a hand on Luffy.
What are you trying to insinuate here, man?
That there's giant hands there.
Uh-huh.
And she says hand.
she's pretty funny.
She's so punny.
Gigantesco mano. I guess she speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
I like how there's that panel of Frankie like breakdancing. and
Yeah,
the other guy-
that's
we were
like-
talking about that earlier.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pink is
Actually, they're like
Nunatama.
synchronized swimming, I
Yeah.
guess.
And then
Oh, yeah.
and he doesn't even have the power to, so he's just gonna slam into the ground.
Wow.
Dude, they're gonna end up being best friends, dude. You can see it.
We're just heartbreakers.
Do you think Robin feels pain like when her
Yeah,
her other limbs come
she
out?
definitely does.
Yeah,
She was,
she's winced before.
Yeah, I remember there were the big children at Punk Hazard that bit her hand, and she felt it when that happened.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, that's a pretty huge like weakness, I think, because you could
She's just a woman, man.
you can like cut those hands or blow them up, and like she'll feel all of that, you know.
Yeah, I guess the damage wouldn't reflect on her normal body, but yeah, that would suck ass. Just like pushing these giant nutcrackers out of the way would kind of be painful, man, because they're like just huge, like they're like metal and fucking.
Hurt lockers.
Well, maybe not though. Maybe because if you consider the size of the hands, they're kind of like toys.
But they're still really heavy, and they probably like have sharp edges and shit. Like
Sharp.
I feel like you might hurt yourself. pushing these toys out of the way. They have sharp teeth, man. Look at that shit.
Yeah,
If they
but
bite
they're
the
not
hand.
biting though.
Yeah.
If
If
they-
they
if
didn't
they
bite the
bite
hand,
the
if they
hand,
just
yeah.
got slapped, I feel I should be fine.
Yeah. If you look at the panel, it's like her hand's big enough to be able to hold up one of the toys if
Yeah,
like it was
she can,
attached
like,
to
grab it.
someone. Yeah. So like I don't think it really is that painful. But I see what you're saying though. I guess it doesn't like the story doesn't really take things that literally. Yeah.
Well, I mean, from everything you've been nitpicking, it doesn't take anything.
That's different.
literally.
That's different because it's about Luffy and specifically his powers that we're supposed to really like take seriously.
Well, I mean, why can't you take it seriously
What?
if he has to run up some stairs?
What do you mean? What? I'm not
Why
sure.
can't you still take it seriously?
Take what seriously?
You just said like we're supposed to take Luffy's growth seriously, but he still has to do all these things, and people have to like, sacrifice. He can just dodge, but of course we know he can dodge. It's just people. I guess Chicken Head wanted to absorb the blow for him. Like I don't know. These things don't bother me. And he has to run up the stairs. Yeah, I guess it would be better if he could grab the fucking top level and.
But
then
it also
zoom
wouldn't
up
be
from
much
that.
of a story. And it doesn't matter
I mean,
anyway. It doesn't matter
just feel
anyway
like-
because
Yeah.
I
got
don't.
to the
You know, I
stairs.
kind of disagree with that. I don't think that not being there doesn't take away or retract from the story because that's not what the story is about. That's not the meat of it.
I'm not saying it retracts from the story. I mean, it retracts from your point of
Wait,
view
what?
of like Luffy. Oh, sorry, did I? cut
Yeah,
out?
yeah. Hey,
Well,
you're-
like and the Sanji example, it's like these little things. They're supposed to be a certain way to you. Like I don't know, they just don't bother me. So, but everything's kind of related. Like all these things that Oda chooses to ignore, like the logic of his story, he chooses to ignore.
But I mean, I think the one against Luffy though is kind of like crossing a certain line because
Well, Luffy never even like acted like he was in danger in that situation. It was how dedicated the chicken guy was to him that like I won't let you like even touch my captain. Like
this is just one example of many though. You know, like he
I know,
he
it
was
is,
he
it
was
is,
in
yeah.
he was in actual peril at one point because of this inconsistency and that's stuff that kind of gets at me. This like Robin stuff doesn't really matter because he's like she's fighting fodder, so either way it doesn't really matter. But it's like with Luffy, like he shouldn't be touched because he's the captain. He's like that strong of a character and like I don't know, for me to be able to take him seriously going toe to toe against like you know like Yonko and like people like Doflamingo, like I want to know that he is like if I were to replace his position with someone like Shanks, like I really would think that it would be inappropriate to see any of this sort of banter happening.
well then in the sense of that, then we kind of wouldn't even need the rest of the crew. Luffy should, by your logic, just go through, kick everyone's ass back to back to back, and then beat the boss. Like
Well, here's the number one thing with Shanks, right? The number one argument is like, okay, he's so strong, yet he lost a fucking arm to a shark, right? It's like, how did that possibly happen?
That's different. That's different because
How?
Because I think what everyone thinks about that scenario is that Oda hadn't worked out that Shanks would be that character at that point, or
so it's
even-
inconsistent with Oda's story then.
It is inconsistent, but
It's
for
like a retcon,
a pretty good reason, I think. But this is like
I
it's
don't know
pretty
about that.
established. Yeah, because maybe he didn't know that Shanks would be a Yonko, and maybe Oda didn't even know what hadn't even thought about what a Yonko would be. So that's kind of inevitable.
I mean, then he shouldn't have made him a Yonko then. He should have just made him like another pirate.
a Shichibukai.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think a Shichibukai would lose his arm to a shark either. But I don't know.
That's what I mean. Just another pirate, not even a Shichibukai.
No, I disagree. I think thematically it makes a lot of sense. And plus, I guess he says that thing where he's like, I bet
It does,
my,
but
I
it's
bet my arm on
it's a
the
useless
world.
sacrifice, is what I say.
Yeah, he could have just used the King's Disposition. But I mean, I guess like what he was doing though was he was teaching Luffy a lesson too. And he says, and he says he bet his arm on the new generation. And I think that kind of says that, you know, like Shanks doesn't necessarily have the sort of ambition that Luffy does, but he wants to be there to be a sort of like overseer and like maybe like a father figure to foster this sort of like new generation. And so it makes sense in that sense that he would do something like that where he would lose his arm so that Luffy would get the picture, because for Luffy it was like, oh, I want to do whatever I want and I want to go out there, and Shanks was basically saying, you're not prepared for the world just yet. Which, I mean, when that sort of motif actually comes back into the story over and over and over again. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I see what you're saying though, but I mean, I don't know. I think I kind of consider them to be pretty different things. Were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say that Shanks at that point in the story to me was probably the strongest that he was. Like he wasn't gonna get any stronger than that. He wasn't gonna learn any new techniques, right? But he knew that like Luffy, this kid, is gonna be stronger than me.
Yeah, I think he knew that he was gonna be special.
Yeah, this kid's gonna be stronger than me one day, right? And even though he could have just saved him with just hockey and just like fished him out of the water afterwards, like he was like, I'm gonna just what you were saying. I'm gonna show him like, hey, like
it wouldn't have had the same impact because Luffy would have been like, oh, okay, so when when problems occur, someone will just pull me out of it with no consequences. Like, but yeah, the point of the scene was that when you go and do shit like this, like someone might come save you, but they're gonna pay the consequence.
Yeah,
and it's like
someone's gonna pay something for you to get by with doing this stupid shit.
Right. And I mean that's kind of like a lesson Luffy still hasn't learned to this day. It's like, but yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Is like if that was supposed to be the catalyst for Luffy's entire journey, I don't buy it. It could have been avoided. It didn't have to be that.
No, I mean I still think it's effective though. I mean like. I think that's one of the things I like about One Piece is that like people don't change that quickly, and sometimes there are really pretty big sort of emotional moments, and it still takes sort of like a recurrence for it to to really set in. Plus, it's not like like Luffy should have been like he shouldn't have just seen Shanks lose his arm and go, wow, he's right, I shouldn't go, and just like never goes on an adventure. You know what I mean? Like you still have to go out there and take risks, and that's what a story is like. That sort of conflict happening, and so it's about him kind of figuring out that line between where I can take risks and where the consequences really start to become real. And like I lose my entire crew, when I'm like when I go a little bit too far off the edge. We're kind of like going pretty like off the wall here, though. I don't know.
Off the edge of the map.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's still good to discuss the story. That's what we do.
Yeah. It's what I do, baby.
That's what we do.
Fujitora shows just how like sick he is. Like I really dig his power. Although I do consider that his power is a little too similar to Whitebeard's. The earthquake shit. Like instead of creating like shockwaves, though, he just creates like one wave.
Similar. It's very similar. I think Because
like I don't think Whitebeard can call down fucking meteors, dude.
Yeah, no, he obviously not. But I think what you're talking about is this fierce tiger slash, right?
Yeah, no,
it's like kind of similar because like basically what Whitebeard did was he concentrated all his powers in his right arm, and then he would just do that, and the effect was very similar, just like unseeable force creating a lot of destruction on buildings.
Out of nowhere.
Like it's very it's
force
like
it's coming out of nothing. Like, and like Whitebeard's, the only difference is that Whitebeard's creates like multiple vibrations, and his just creates one like.
Yeah, it's like it goes in a singular direction, and it pulls and forces on a singular direction. Where I feel like the seismic energy would definitely be way harder to like kind of like pinpoint accurately. You know what I mean? Because I think it kind of goes out and spreads out, right? Like if anything, like Isho should have a pretty like I think he should have a pretty strong ability to be able to like pinpoint whatever his powers are. Like he should be able to like create gravity in a single sort of like circular area if he wanted to.
Which his limitation is that he's blind.
Right.
So he can't see it. Which is like Oda being sick. Like I'm gonna make this fool really strong, but I'm gonna make him blind.
This fight is pretty awesome though.
Yeah, this fight is sick. Like,
what do you think's happening under? Like, something's happening in the subtext of this fight? What do you? Because like,
Isho's like preparing something, I think, and it kind of seems like Sabo's gonna be in trouble.
Because the difference between them is that Isho can change the landscape to like suit his fight better, whereas like Sabo can just like crush skulls with his hand and create fire. So we may think that like, oh, Isho's just like shooting shit off in directions hoping to hit Sabo, but Isho like like it even says in the previous page like, oh, are you gonna keep acting like you're stupid? Like, how long do you intend to play the fool? Like Isho acts like he's doing shit for no reason, and he acts like he doesn't know what's going on, but he's like really composed and he's doing everything for a reason, and he knows exactly what he's doing. So,
John, are you insinuating something else? Maybe like plot wise?
I don't know. Just because he's like, what the hell is he plotting?
Yeah.
That and like, if you lose your dice, the game is over before it begins. So it's like, that kind of makes me think, well, if we lose Sabo at this point, then that's a huge blow to the revolutionaries.
Well, I mean, he's obviously not gonna die though. But
no, I know that, but he could be taken out. I had this thought the other day, because last time we were talking about what do we think Sugar's gonna do. What if she comes out and turns Sabo into a toy?
Dude, that would be horrible. that
would be fucking gnar.
Yeah, dude,
do you
that'd
think
be crazy,
Sabo could
man.
still use fire techniques as a toy then?
I don't think so.
Wait, why not? Why wouldn't you be able to?
Well, because she would give him the command, don't use your powers.
Oh, yeah.
Because she can command people to do things, right?
Yeah, plus now that I think about it, there are a lot of people who had devil fruits that were being turned into toys and they didn't.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Well, do you think he can use his dragon hands then?
Yeah, maybe. But they would... I don't know. I don't think so. Not like Kyros, because Kyros was pretty strong, but as a toy, he was just kind of average.
Yeah, he was just really good at fighting, so he could like make do with that.
Like, Luffy would forget Sabo existed.
Oh, shit.
Everyone would forget Sabo existed. Like, who knows he exists anyway, like, at this point? Just the revolutionaries and Luffy. And I guess the people here. That would be pretty insane.
Yeah, that'd be fucked, man.
It seems like Sabo is kind of... It seems, he's being kind of reckless.
I don't
know if he's being reckless. He's pretty calculating, it seems like, but... I don't know. The way that Isho is, like, alluding to something like, yo, you have to take this seriously or something, or...
You have to see
you can't just be like this, yeah.
You have to see the gravity of your situation.
Yes. The gravity of the situation.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, so edgy.
Anyway, this gravity power it shouldn't even be like a match. He should be able to repel anything.
Yeah, fire.
Always.
Like fire. Like, come on.
He should be able to like weigh in like 100 tons on like
anything
on Sabo's position and just he should be incapacitated. Incapacitated.
Inca what?
Yeah.
Inca what?
Incapacitated.
Yeah. That was
reverse magnetic fields, all that shit.
Yeah, dude. Kind of like Pain, right? Like what he did to Naruto.
Yeah. Pizane. Godpath. That would be intense.
Emotional moments. Rebecca meets her father for the first time. He doesn't have a leg.
Hold on, what do you think if that would happen though? Like, what if Sabo got turned into a toy?
It would be pretty dramatically interesting, but it would also like kind of.
It would take Sabo out for a long time, I think.
You think of the arc or just the story?
The story.
So he would just turn into a toy and just be gone out of the story for like a pretty big chunk
until they kill Sugar or whatever.
Oh, so then that would be the arc then, not the story.
What if Sugar survives
and he's just a toy forever, dude?
Yeah.
And he never comes back into the story ever again. Yeah, that would be horrible.
Yeah.
I think Sabo's been kind of like elevated to at too high of a level at this point right now to kind of emasculate him in that sort of way.
I don't think so. I think it's the harder or the bigger you are, the harder you fall. So. Yeah.
Well, I think that like
if that's what the story centralizes its theme around, then sure.
I don't think it necessarily has to be the central theme. It can just be a part of the story, just to heighten the dramatic.
Yeah, well,
effects.
They do that in the sense that he makes all the bad guys and stuff really tall. So like the bigger you are, the harder you fall. Like Blackbeard is fucking huge. Like, like it's kind of a theme that's like not really like forced and stuff. It's there though, like it's
subtle.
Subtle, exactly. Like San Juan Wolf is this huge ass dude, so eventually when he loses, like
he's just comically large though. I don't know. That was just a thought I had the other day. It would be way too crazy. How Oda would have to like somehow get Luffy to remember like he had a brother and shit. Like, oh god, that would be insane.
A lot of chaos, and finally, when they get to the sunflower fields, everything just falls into place for them. He's just like, what?
Pretty much.
Yeah, he's in the like even Kairos is just kind of like in the back, like as if like he's like part of a boy band, you know?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like the drummer who's not even paying attention or whatever.
Yeah. Lead sing, lead guitar,
Yeah.
drummer, and like
And the
the manager.
maybe he's like the bass guitarist, and then he's the drummer in the back there. Steven Tyler as the drummer, dude.
Oh, dude, he totally looks like Steven Tyler.
Yeah, I think we brought this up earlier.
Haven't we established that like so many
Yeah,
times?
we did.
I felt like, yeah, this all happened pretty quick.
It did, definitely. Like, he uncuffed himself really, really conveniently, I thought.
Well, I mean, up till this whole point, he was cuffed and useless.
Yeah.
When did Rebecca get the key anyway? I don't remember.
She had the key.
Yeah, she had the key. I think did Robin give it to her? Or, I can't remember.
Viola gave it to her.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I thought Doflamingo had the key.
No, he has a key.
Key to what?
I bet you
To
he has
your
a
heart,
key to
dude.
Mancheri's thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe, huh?
I bet you that's what his
Yeah.
key is.
As if they couldn't like bust open the jail anyway.
Maybe the
Yeah.
thing's made of sea stone.
I guess. Why didn't Zoro just cut
the cuffs?
Law's handcuffs off? Yeah.
Oh yeah, because sea stone isn't like impenetrable by other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just stone.
Yeah, more logic. Right. There,
Right.
wrecking the
Well,
story.
were Zoro and Law ever in the same place?
Yeah, they were together, I think.
They were together before Zoro stopped to fight Pika.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
Pikachu.
I guess you can't really like cut the actual cuff part. I guess you could only cut the chain, but
But I mean, yeah, he probably could though. He could figure out a way to do
Yeah,
it.
dude, it's Zoro, man.
Yeah.
He could probably like
Break
grab
it
it
in
and
half
rip it and
yeah, if
rip
you
it
want.
off.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Zoro's insane, dude.
Yeah.
or just like have Chinja do it. He's pretty strong.
Dude, that would like destroy Law's arms though.
Yeah.
Shincha tried to-
All right. I'm a surgeon, man. You better not miss.
Or Luffy could do it too. He could. Oh yeah, he
She's
can.
done.
Yeah, right. He can't touch it. Good.
He definitely
good call,
can't do
yeah.
it. I guess Chinja. Oh no, he doesn't have a fruit. So well, this is good. I mean, this is exactly what we
We were going for.
I mean, this is what we projected. It just happened pretty quick, which I don't have a problem with, I guess.
Yeah, Kairos facing his like the guy he hates the most. Law facing the guy he hates the most, and Luffy being the general hero.
I think it'd have been more dramatically interesting if Doflamingo was the one who had the key, and so Luffy had to fight him to get the key back.
Yeah, and Law was.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Law
That's
was
what I thought
with him
initially.
in the room when they were fighting. Law was just like, I need help, man. What can I do?
Yeah, I thought I thought Doflamingo had the key for sure.
And then like Luffy starts losing, and then somehow they get the key, and he breaks
Yeah.
out, and then Law like saves the day, and they're like, bro, you're my homie."
Bro.
Someone would have to save the day.
You know who's it gonna be?
Who?
Buggy.
Yeah,
Buggy's gonna come save the day.
He can like split his body to fit between the like cages too,
Oh yeah.
like the cage bars. So he could.
He could,
definitely
dude.
cut
He
it
could
into
just
it.
jump right into the cage and get sliced in half, and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
He wouldn't even have to
Dude.
separate himself.
Shit.
And then he'll become the new king of the underworld.
Dude, Buggy. Oh my God, yes, dude. He'll take
More
over
than just a
yeah,
Yonko,
dude.
or more than just a Shichibukai. He becomes.
He'll be the new Joker.
He replaces him. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wow,
that'd be
that
ultimate.
fits too well.
Dude, that'd be so ultimate for
He
our
is
Lord.
like the ultimate antithesis to Doflamingo's powers too, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of like cutting him up with like
Yeah.
strings, like he'll never die.
Yeah.
dude.
Buggy just like, you can't touch me, bro. Like, cut me? Bitch, please.
Dude, all hail Buggy, dude.
Yeah. Our
Yeah,
Lord,
for
man.
sure. Like any string that would like touch his body, he could just like detach that piece, and then he'd still have total like independent movement of himself.
Now that, well, since we always like compare the mangas, like, he's kind of like Obito, man.
What?
He's kind of, because
Don't-
Obito
don't
can
you
just
dare.
make that
What is
part of
wrong
his
with
body
you?
disappear, and it just goes through, and like,
You better
He-
watch your mouth, you dirty.
oh yeah, I'm sorry. He's like way better than Obito. My bad.
No, he's way better, man. Don't even mention that. fucking-
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'll go to the timeout corner, alright? Alright, projections for next week. Pretty obvious shit goes down.
How do you think this fight's gonna go with Doflamingo? Do you think like Luffy and Law are gonna fight him together? Or?
Yeah, I do.
Or do you think at one point one of them will only be fighting him, or who's gonna beat him? Do you think, or do you think they're both gonna beat him together?
They're gonna beat him off.
The jerk contest.
I think Luffy's gonna beat him, and Law's gonna like resent him for that, And then Law's
they're
gonna
be
like,
enemies.
I'm gonna go back to my crew, and I'm gonna like hate.
You took my kill, bro.
Yeah, you stole my kill.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
stole my
spite
kill.
you, like KS, bro, KS.
Well, I mean, is anyone else inside that building other than Doflamingo? Or is everyone out right now?
He sent his whole family out, right?
I think so, yeah. They're all out on the battlefield.
I think King Riku's with him.
No, he's not. He was on.
Yeah,
the,
he's on the...
He's where Viola was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, someone's with him, man. He was talking to somebody when he swallowed the key.
He swallowed the key?
He swallowed a key, definitely.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
someone
not
was
sure.
with him. He was talking to someone. Yeah.
I think maybe just general servants in the vicinity.
Maybe he's not even. Maybe it's not even him. It's just a puppet too.
Yeah, maybe he already left the island. That'd be so troll.
Yeah, very trolly.
But it also wouldn't make sense, because how would he make the birdcage when he's not even there?
Yeah, he's there. He's there for sure.
It was a clone that made the birdcage. Like all those strings, like shot out of the.
No
body.
way, bro. That can't happen out of a clone, dude. There's not enough string.
Yeah, he totally made
It was. It definitely was.
No, dude, it wasn't.
A clone like exploded and like made the strings for sure. Oh, maybe he didn't swallow the key, but he has a key.
John.
Okay, I found the chapter where it is.
John,
he has a key,
failing,
but
man, just failing.
It's the key to Moncherry's heart, dude.
it is a heart-shaped key.
That's that's what Moncherry's
Maybe it's
value is.
maybe it's a key to something else that Law has wanted for a while. Maybe something of Corazon's or something, and he's like,
Corazon's heart.
Maybe.
"Oh, snaps, dude!
Dude, what if he uses Corazon's corpse to fight?
Oh, snaps, dude!"
Corazon's
That'd be-
Corazon.
That would be pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, that'd be right in the feels, dude.
Oh, he's talking to the big slime guy and Diamante wherever he is.
Is the big slime guy? Is he out of the picture right now, or is he still all the way down at the factory? I can't remember what happened to him.
I feel like he ended up.
He's with
near
Sugar. Yeah,
again.
he's with Sugar. Yeah,
But where the fuck is Sugar though?
in the factory.
Oh, they're in the factory.
Some like safe haven, I think, in the factory.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell Doflamingo's thinking, man. Diamante was with him, but now Diamante is down at level 4. Or not, yeah, Diamante.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, technically Diamante is with him then, because they're on the same level.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll take them on together and hopefully lose.
Hopefully lose.
I just don't see how they can beat him.
Yeah, I want to see Luffy take on Doflamingo, man. That's what I wanted to see.
I feel like Luffy would lose really quickly.
Nah.
No, I don't think so.
That's
either.
not right.
Yeah, that's not right. Yeah.
I would accept that Luffy loses, but like not like really quickly. Like Doflamingo has to try his hardest and like work all his angles to.
I don't think
to
so.
beat him.
I don't think Luffy's achieved that status yet.
He's pretty strong.
He is in my heart, man.
Luffy's pretty strong, dude.
He's pretty strong, but
Has Doflamingo
Doflamingo's
shown
power is
any
pretty hard.
ability of hockey?
I'm sure he has hockey.
I think so.
We can't just assume everyone has hockey, bro.
No, I think
That's
no,
true.
I know for sure he has the Emperor's disposition.
He does.
Yeah,
Well, if he has that, he has to have the other
yeah.
ones.
Because the other two are just practiced ones that anyone can technically achieve. So yeah, I'm sure he does.
When is he shown to have the Emperor's on?
I can't remember, but he has it for sure. I can look it up for you right now.
Yeah, I don't remember this, so if you could show me.
Doflamingo possesses both Busou Shokuhaki and Hao Shokuhaki. His hockey powers were first revealed during his fight against the G5 Marines when he used Busou Shokuhaki in conjuration with his devil fruit ability to cut Smoker, a Logia class user, seriously wounding him, and Hao Shokuhaki to knock out the majority of the G5 soldiers. That's when it was. He knocks them out when he arrives.
And then he totally fucks up Smoker. I remember.
So he has the Emperor's disposition.
Doflamingo.
Doflamingo.
He's so violent, Holmes.
He's pretty crazy, man. I just don't see how.
It'd have to take.
I don't see how Luffy could go toe to toe Unless Doflamingo wasn't taking it seriously.
It'd have to be the two of them together. To
Originally,
make a
though,
difference.
like, I didn't feel like Luffy could go toe-to-toe with Crocodile, and he lost multiple times, but then eventually won. Maybe it'll be something like that.
Exactly.
And I think with Law's room power, that's like another like really significant power. So even though Doflamingo's crazy and stuff, like the room is his world. Like he can basically do whatever he wants in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Law even. I mean, he tried to solo Doflamingo, and I think
Got pwned, dude.
He did okay.
He got GG pwned, dude. He lost in in the chapter, I think.
Yeah, didn't he try to take Doflamingo and Fujitora together, and he got wrecked? Like,
yeah, dude. You know what?
After
dude,
that,
throwback, man. That was a pretty crazy, that was a crazy sequence, dude. He was trying to do a lot there. And it was like Robin was like kind of like communicating with him, and he was fucking trying to take on Doflamingo and a fucking admiral, dude.
Yeah.
That was some insane shit.
Dude, that was ballsy, man.
Yeah, dude. If I was him, I would have just reamed and just kept on teleporting to the edge of the ream and just like bailed.
Yeah, but remember he said he couldn't make too many of them?
Too many reams? Oh, because he was like tired or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And right now, he should be pretty exhausted.
Yeah.
Why? He hasn't done anything.
He just laid there the entire trip.
He hasn't done anything right now. Yeah,
He got fucked up a while ago, and he got shot with the gun a long time ago, dude.
Dude, he did get fucked up.
A while ago.
I feel like that doesn't mean that in the scheme of the story. That was probably like what 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Not like you can regain full bar stamina in 30 minutes, unless this is, and he took some like mana potion or something.
Mana potion.
He took a soldier pill.
Yeah.
You remember that shit from Naruto a long ass time ago?
I don't know. Maybe they will be successful. Maybe I'm crazy.
No, I mean I kind of foresee maybe like a temporary loss, but I don't want it to be drawn out so much the way Crocodile's was, because I think Crocodile killed Luffy like 4 times in Alabasta before he eventually lost.
Crocodile just shit on Luffy.
Yeah, dude, like a bunch of times.
Word. Well, hopefully they get to that fight soon. Anyway, I think the only things that really still need to happen are whatever's going to happen with Savo and whatever's going to happen with that fairy princess.
Mancherry.
Yeah. That's really it.
Aren't you a fairy
Everything
princess?
Yeah, no, I'm a fairy queen, bro.
He's a big old fairy queen, man.
Instead of a dark lord, they will have a queen.
Stupid. All right, anything? Hey, come on.
All
right, man. That wraps up this week's podcast. My prediction for next week is that shit's gonna go ham again, because this concluded pretty like everything coming together for them. So and the arc isn't close to being done yet, so it's just gonna like fall apart again. That's what I predict.
Oh, you know what? Crap. What we should have talked about was Diamante against Kairos and Rebecca. Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to still wrap it?
No, I'll talk about it.
Yeah, you want to talk about it, John?
we might see it next week. We might see it. But
I mean, how do you think the fight's gonna go, though? Do you think? Oh, you know, like now that Law's there, like he should grab one of the toy's legs and put it on Kairos.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of like inverse, like he's a human being but with a toy's leg.
Yeah.
Instead of being a toy with no human leg.
Ah.
Dude, he should take one of Rebecca's legs and put it on Kairos. Just sit over there for now. Let me take care of this.
What if they all gang up on Diamante and he takes Diamante's leg and puts it on Kairos and then makes him fight Diamante against Kairos?
He has like disproportionate leg sizes, like Diamante's legs.
Super tall. And he's just used to fighting like that. It's kind of like having no leg. I'll just hop with the other leg now. I think it's gonna be like Kairos like losing battle, and then like he's gonna be like, Rebecca, you need to sack up and help me. You can't just lay there and cry the entire time. You useless bitch. What did I train you all these years for? And then like Rebecca goes up and he's like, I save you, daddy, and saves the day. That's what
I think. Daddy will save the day, but I also think he could die. There's that possibility.
He's not gonna die.
No, this is One Piece.
Like I said this a few episodes ago. I thought he might die.
Yeah, but he's not.
I thought he was going towards his death.
Yeah, but you're wrong. So
I'm probably wrong. I'm probably wrong. But that's I'm putting it out there. So if it happens, then
well, you shouldn't have.
Credit.
Oh, then credit goes to you.
Credit to me, bro.
Then all 2 of us are gonna give credit to you, then, John.
Yeah, dude, I got so much satisfaction. I got so much satisfaction. I got so much satisfaction when Jinbei wasn't when he didn't join? Because I was the only motherfucker who said he wouldn't. So.
Well, he still is gonna join though eventually.
he's gonna
So
No, shut the fuck up, dude. He's not gonna.
I think Luffy's gonna get like a Whitebeard type thing going, and he's gonna have a fleet. It's gonna be like the Heart Pirates are under me, the Jinbei Pirates are under me, like the Buggy. Oh no, and he's under Buggy-sama and his crew.
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what's gonna happen.
Or they're like co-partners.
Yeah, they're
together.
co-pirate kings.
Yeah, co-pirate kings. The pirate.
Speaking
boat.
of Jinbei, I guess on the cover story they found the dogfish's old house.
Dogfish. It's a catfish, bro. The dogfish is the cop.
The constable.
The constable.
Is that really a house, or I don't understand? Miraculously, the constable's house alone is discovered. The mystery deepens and the sea kitten cries. I think that this is kind of like a reference to this Japanese folk song, or not a folk song, like a child's song. It's about a lost kitten who's lost and like doesn't know how to get back home, and so the policeman dog helps her find her way home. I think this is kind of like a
I think
a
it's
big
strange.
reference to it.
I think it's strange that Jinbei is in an air bubble when he's a goddamn fish. He's a
Yeah,
fish
true
man,
that.
dude.
Oh, but wait. Yeah, dude.
You see the gills, bro.
Yeah, dude. He has no devil fruit, so he can swim.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
dude, that's hilarious. I didn't think
Jinbei.
about that.
And on that note,
We'll wrap this one up. Thank you, everyone at home, for listening. Thank you to our special guest, John in Japan, for being in Japan.
yo.
This is your boy Jehan with your boy Alex.
Also, special thanks to the Xbox batteries that we borrowed
Oh my god.
for our recording
I
device.
shall sacrifice my 2K playing time for our recording time.
Wasn't
guys.
it an extra remote that you never used?
Yeah, but I have no more batteries in my house anyway, so if my current batteries died, then I could have gone to that one, you know? Dude, it's such a dilemma. Now I gotta go to Costco, dude. Alright, thank you everyone for listening. We'll see you next week.
Laters.
Pew, 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 pew,
See ya.
pew. Woo, 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 woo.